hopefully in maybe the outdoor area because it's a beautiful day.
Yeah, the patio. Yes, the bit of a la carte dining, if you like.
A big shout out to Travis Cartwright putting together a fantastic O&M Live TV broadcast straight from the netball as well. So players starting to get into their positions here. Myrtleford haven't got the greatest track record away from home, Lukey Francis. Yeah. That's the big thing. They've only won the one game away from home, but how do you think they'll go today? A tip from you?
Yeah, and that was against the Raiders, wasn't it, Panda, in round 8. Yeah, I think the Saints will get the job done. I'm really looking forward to seeing the Hoppers, though. First time I've seen them in my life. Live.
In your life, live.
Live, Panda, so this will be good.
Sky, a tip from you down there on the boundary?
Yeah, I've got to agree with Luke here. The Saints are just going to be way too strong today. But as you mentioned, it is exciting to see North. They're on the right track. So I'm interested to see what they bring to the park today.
Myrtleford Alpine Saints for me as well. First quarter action for A-grade batteries and oils here on R11 Live. Not too far away from getting underway. It's a beautiful day for footy and netball, as we've said. Dawson Simpson as well. Just repeating, Dawson Simpson is out of the selected lineup, which is a big out, Lukey. It is. Reece Grant has come in for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. R&M Live about to get underway here. First quarter action for A-grade batteries and oils. Here is Luke Francis.
Benetti got his hand to the tap and won it away firstly. Lorissy out of defence here for the Saints and heads up towards centre wing. Hoppers go in for it. And they bring it out to the outer side as they start to weave through traffic with some handballs, and they drive it forward to the arc of the 50. Bouncing ball. Saints see it over the line. Boundary line wins, and we'll have a boundary throw-in. Left of centre wing on the arc of the 50 here. It's the Hoppers up against the Saints. Round 11 of 18 in O&M action.
And, of course, Tony Burns, the president of the North Albury Hoppers. We're in the timekeeper's box, Lukey. A big shout-out to North for allowing us to set up in the timekeeper's box as well.
Indeed.
Because they don't have a media centre here. So, Albury City Council, let's get that happening. And Tony Burns just walking down the stairs because he was pressing the siren. So, we're sharing the siren, aren't we, here?
Yes.
In the boxes. The Hoppers go forward through young Archie Gardner. That's a beautiful-looking kick from young Gardner to the mouth of the goal square. Contest down there. Free kick for a high. And it's going to go the way of the Hoppers, is it?
Cool.
Is it going to go the way of the Hoppers, Lukey, down there? I think it might be.
Yeah, it is.
And it's Carter Norman.
In the 8 Guernsey Panda. Yep, so he's come up with the ball.
So he's got a knack of kicking the first goal, does Carter Norman. He's kicked 15 for the year. He's a goal sneak. And he's going to line up on a tight angle. He's kicked it, so the Hoppers are on the board. They've kicked the first goal here in this opening quarter. A free kick to Carter Norman. 1 straight 6. That's on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. Myrtleford yet to go inside their own attacking half. And Sky, that was just the start the Hoppers probably would have wanted here.
That was great. That's what you want from a team that is the underdogs, to get that first goal. And it was a beautiful transition down the wing as well. So I'm impressed.
Yeah, fantastic start. That's how you commence a game on your home turf. And through the sticks to the sports clubhouse end. And the Hoppers are away. They draw first blood here at Button Park. A reset in the middle. We're about to go again as the man in green comes in. The umpire sends it aloft. Benetti and McCarroll again. Benetti won it cleanly. Goody. Back to Benetti. And then the ball's at bootlace level. Matt Munro is on there with a couple of Hoppers.
His last game today, Luke. Matt Munro, before he goes overseas for the rest of the year.
Is that right?
Yep.
I didn't know that,
It's a big blow for the Saints, actually. He's got a lovely girlfriend, Jess, so he's going overseas with her.
Good on him. Ball in the hands of the Hoppers. Now they drive it forward. They get a chance to have their second on the board. Getting back, though, for the Saints and knocking it across the line in defence. And it's 1- score. So 7 leads nothing at the moment on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. The Hoppers up early days here at Button Park, Blake Escott.
Yeah, Matty Dustin just got a little hold there from Gardner. The ball at half-back here for the Saints. Broadcast side. They go down the line. That was Murray Wade who left it behind. Young Foster Gardner, the Bush Ranger. The third Gardner brother, getting his hands on the pill. Here's Hayes. Looks inboard with a shaved head. And, well, the kick across the face of goal. Missed Dalton Langlands here. He's got to go back and win it. And he's got support out there on the far wing. And the Hoppers through Grady Nish. Link up across half-back. Here's the skipper, Goody. Bang smack in the middle of the ground. He wants to get the ball on straight away. Plays on and kicks a long, high, looping one up towards half-forward in the Gardner direction. But coming across and taking a nice intercept mark for the Saints is sharp, and they're out here on this broadcast side at half-back through Murray Waite.
Yeah, Waite takes it. He's got a bit of time. He has one bounce and sizes up his options. Goes on to Ryan Griffin. And what an addition this man is to the Saints team.
250-odd AFL games, Luke, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
just slotting straight in.
At one stage, Panda, he's one of the best players at the top level, wasn't he?
Explosive, wasn't he? Very, very quick, explosive.
Yeah, he was an athletic type. There's no doubt about that. Still is. And then coming through the middle, the Saints, Riccardi fires it forward. Waite dives onto it. Does well, runs on, gets onto his left foot, hooks it around the body. That's a fantastic goal. Well done to Waite. So the Myrtleford Saints get there first. Murray puts one on the board to the Logan road ends. And Sky Burgess, that was a beauty.
It was great. There had hardly any rotations down here. I think everyone's pretty happy with how the game's going. We've just had Curtis come off from Myrtleford, and that's been the only rotation so far.
Yeah, Sky Burgess brought to you by Albury Wodonga MG.
A great finish there from Murray Waite. Of course, played with West Adelaide in the Sandful. So he is an absolute star. If he can get sort of 12 possessions but hit the scoreboard, he's going to be a really, really damaging player, is Murray Waite today. So back in the middle of the ground, a goal apiece here early. The Hoppers lead by 1 point. Of course, Tim Broomhead, the coach today, in the long sleeve. Clinton Gilson, good afternoon to you at home on the couch watching. Here's Dustin at half-back for the Saints. A lot of plays over this footy. Broomhead goes in there for the Saints. Sorry for the Hoppers, and the Saints emerge. Reece Grant, half-back, just left it behind. A fair bit of pressure here for early from the Hoppers. Munro. This is Maraka in the long sleeves for the Saints. He goes short and finds Sharp. Too far out to score. This is Riley looking inboard here for Griffin. Just edge his opponent underneath it. Ryan Griffin snapping towards goal. And I reckon, has that been marked down there, Luke Francis?
Yeah,
I think it has.
Bren.
You're right. It is Declan Bren. He's marked tied up in the pocket. Very, very tied up in the pocket. And take his best effort here. His kick is a shocker, backwards looking here for Kurt Aylett, who's got to sit and wait, Luke Francis, and he's been met in a good tackle there by Gardner, holding the ball. That is a bit stiff there, Lukey Francis.
Yeah, it could have easily been caught out, Panda, but you were right. Declan Bren just put Aylett in an awful position. Anyway, the Hoppers have the ball on the half-back flank, opening term here at Bunton Park. We've gone about 4.5 minutes on the McDonald's time clock. As the Hoppers go for the corridor kick, didn't come off though. Matt Munro handballs off to Riccardi. There's away and running Riccardi, and he fires it in long for the Saints. Griffin back there, one out, and he'll get a free kick for holding. Gee, I tell you what,
it was against Gardner. It was against Foster Gardner, who was just left exposed down there, Lukey, and well, you got a fair bit of AFL experience up his sleeve, isn't it?
Yeah, he's been prominent already, hasn't he, Panda? His opening minutes. Ryan Griffin puts it through, no trouble at all for the Logan Road end. And the Saints get their Saints get their second. 2 straight 12, and they lead North Albury 117 on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. Sky Burgess, a few rotations down there, Sky.
Yeah, they are. The Myrtleford is starting to come off now. There was 3 on, 3 off, but North Albury, nothing yet from their side of the bench.
Okay, yep. No fresh legs as yet. Of course, Sky brought to you by Albury Wodonga MG. Here's Blake Escott for the old Town and Country Tavern.
Great to have your company here on O&M Live. First quarter action for A-grade batteries and all. So we've gone around 5 minutes here in this first quarter, and it's a 5-point lead to the Saints. 12 plays 7. Mutt Munro over this footy. So is Jack Penny for the Hoppers, and the Saints work it out here in the middle of the ground. Maraka, under a fair bit of pressure, was able to evade the Gardner tackle, and they've gone out wide to the Junkyard Dog. Great to have Larissy playing for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. He goes back to Crisp, and Dustin just hand-passed it to him, and a fair bit of pressure. Geegis is in there for the Hoppers, but Dustin finds a way to come and find a hand-pass to Larissy. Good pressure here from the Hoppers. They're applying a fair bit of heat on the Saints. Munro dazzling and weaving. Hand passes it to Larissy, who kicks it down the line. Far side of the ground, but well done by young Kennett for the Hoppers, who sweeps it and sends it inside forward 50.
He does. Saints are wrapped up in a heavy tackle. Got the boot, the ball though. Hoppers after it now on the arc of the 50. And looks like it will be wrapped up. It is. And again, we'll have another stoppage. So the boundary umpire, sorry, I should say the field umpire, takes possession of the ball and sends it aloft. Contest. Curtis comes away with it. The handball's on to Dustin. Spills out. Saints keep possession through Sharp. And now, well, this is a good, strong contest. Sharp has it for the Hoppers. They did well here, the Hoppers. defensively. Now they fire it up towards centre half
Look at
forward.
this.
And Broomhead's got it. So
He's got the distance. He's definitely got the distance here, Timmy Broomhead.
So if he were to make contact and kick a goal from here, Panda, it will be a 55-metre kick.
Well, he's had 34 disposals and kicked 3 goals against the Wodonga Bulldogs in his last game.
So here he goes, former Collingwood Magpie, as he gives it an absolute ride. Look at that free kick. It's come to the near side. You're spot on there, Blake Escott.
Yep, had the distance.
Yeah, just not quite the accuracy, and it's gone through for 1 behind.
It has indeed. So 8 plays 12 here on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. 7 and a bit minutes gone in this first quarter. Goody, great work there for the Hoppers, intercepting at half forward. This is Moshe Thomas. He went by hand to Broomhead under a fair bit of heat. But the Saints win it back through Maraca. Chiseling kick through the middle of the ground. This is Bren. He plays on straight away. Gives it back to Maraca. Gets his kick away in time. Who's down there for the Saints? It's Griffin. Good punch there by the Hoppers. Moshe Thomas weaving across half back. Goes to Sam Azine. They're out on the far side through Polkinghorn.
They certainly are. And Broomhead, they link up with him. And he fires one in. He's looking for someone. Just couldn't quite take the mark. And a quick one. And the Saints rush it across the line. Yeah, Campbell just swung and missed it. And the Saints rush it across the line. And, Brady will bring it in.
When they move the ball really well, North Albury, when they switch the footy and get it down the wing, they move it pretty well and they use their ball movement and chip it around. They're a dangerous side. This is Curtis for the Saints in his own defensive 50. He's going to go out on the far side and finds Matt Dussin, half-back. So 12 plays 9. It's a 3-point lead here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints on 3E's R11 Live. Panda Escott with you, Luke Francis and Sky Burgess, all for the Old Town and Country Tavern. And the Saints just go down the line to half forward. Riley Sharp put his mitts up, couldn't take it. Nish in there for the Hoppers and Goody in a fair bit of space. He links up with young Archer Gardner and goes out wide here to Campbell. They got the overlap. Here's Dalton Langlands, former St Kilda player, goes down the line. Benetti couldn't mark it, but he goes in and good second effort. Goes back looking for Gegis. This is Maraca here for the Saints. He fires it back to Brady Sharp, who's just going to kick it down the line. And, well, it's out of bounds on the full right in front of our effects, Mike Lukey Francis, which you can hear here on O&M Live. 12 plays 9. It's a 3-point lead to the Saints. And Isaac Campbell has the footy here on the wing.
He does, Panda. Yeah, some great atmosphere we're picking up here, that is for sure. From our
it's a Falcon.
Scorer's position.
It's a Falcon for Gegis.
Hit him in the melon. And then they send one down forward, the Hoppers. Tell you what, they've had a few inside 50s in this opening term. Then Thomas lays one out to Polkinghorn. Ducks and weaves and then gets a handball across back to Thomas. Polkinghorn again. I'll fire one towards the Sports Club end. He's got it. Well done. That was good footy from the Hoppers. They just had to find a bit of time and space, and the old 1-2 was on, Panda. And in the end, they picked up a major. Sky, that was nice.
Yeah, the boys are quite happy with that. Everyone's getting around him on the bench here, so it's a good start by the Hoppers.
He didn't play against Wodonga, Lukey, but he's such an important player for him as Ryan Polkinghorn. Played a lot of senior footy now, and a good cool finish there. I reckon they've probably had the majority of the plate, Lukey, so far, the Hoppers.
They have.
We aren't keeping stats here today because we are a few men down here in the O&M Live call team. No Robbie. Monty's in a corporate box at the Sydney-Essendon game.
Really?
Yeah. Found that out last night. And, of course, Brad Sprinkle's freak had surgery, so we're a couple of players down. That's all right. Jack Penny streams out of the middle and sends one in towards the direction of a teammate, and Dustin sweeps it up across half-back. He goes short to Curtis, and Dustin kept running, and Curtis finds him. This is Aylett through the middle of the ground. They link up by hand. Munro shakes one way, goes the other. Beautiful kick at half-forward. Here's Del Bosco. He's been in great form and finds Brent. Elite ball movement there by the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, and they're going to line up to get the lead back here. 15 plays 12, 2-3-15 the Hoppers. The Saints 2 straight 12. Great ball movement, Lukey, through the middle of the ground.
Yeah, that was super O&M football, Blake. Just slick and clean and sharp. And right now, Declan Brent to have a shot to the Logan Road end. Let's see what he can do.
He kicked 4 goals against Corowa. He did get dropped there for a few weeks, did Decky Brent. Former Bushy, got a lot of talent. So he's going to line up 30 metres out in a slight angle. No mistake. So the Saints get their third. They go to 3 straight 18. North Albury 2-3-15. That is, of course, on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. First quarter action for A-grade batteries and oars. We'll get Sky Burgess possibly to chase an around the grounds update for the Old Town and Country Tavern as well. Sky, can we get you on that potentially?
We can, if you give me a minute. You put me on the spot.
I have
here,
indeed.
Panda.
That's why I let you know. We'll try and chase an around the grounds.
I will be ready.
And of course, Yarrawonga News and Gifts netball update as well, Lukey Francis. So a good answer there by Myrtle. I tell you what it is. It's an open game of footy.
It certainly is.
Very open.
Yeah, it's free-flowing. There's no doubt about that. So we're almost approaching the 13-minute mark on the McDonald's time clock. Opening term here at Bunton Park. And the Myrtleford Saints up by 3 points. It's been a good start to this game. Munro charging out of the middle, onto the ball, gets it off to Del Bosco, loads up, has a ping at the sticks to the Logan Road end. He's missed to the far side, and it's through for one minor score. So the Hoppers now in their deep defensive 50, and they go with a thumping corridor kick. That is a ripper. Straight up the middle. Brady Sharp's got it though for the Saints, who came over the back of the pack. And they come laterally towards centre wing. And the Hoppers, on this occasion, move it forward through Archie Gardner and then on to Langlands. Back to Archie Gardner. Good running. That was nice and beautiful. Lowered the eyes and spotted a teammate. And the Hoppers...
It's Goody. Don't know if he's got the distance.
They've started the game well, haven't they?
Yeah, they have started the game well. They aren't blazing, lowering their eyes, and they've spotted up the skipper here in George Goody, who does love a goal. I think he's just got the journey in him here. He's going to have to kick it every bit up 47 metres, Lukey.
Yep, in he comes. Panda. So what can Georgie do? George Goody was a high kick, a lobbing one over towards...
He never looked confident, did he?
Yeah, just didn't have the legs, and it's been knocked through for one minor score. So Sun's back out from behind the clouds again. Gee,
it's hot in this box. That's what it is.
It really is.
It's hot in the timekeeper's box.
No, I like it.
So through for a point. So on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard, 20 plays here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Matthew Dussin has it across half-back, far side of the ground. Spilt one down the line. Broomhead goes in there and applies a bit of pressure for the Hoppers. Good follow-up work there by the Saints in Riley Sharp. He goes down the line. That's a great mark. A really good mark. Trying to pick that player up. Anyway, the Saints move it straight through the middle of the ground. Bren! What a one-handed pluck that was, Lukey Francis.
Hasn't he started the game well, Panda?
That was a beautiful mark.
He's on today.
As I said before, fresh off a couple of goals against Coro. I think he kicked 4, just stuck a mid up and it stuck, didn't it?
He's a nippy player, isn't he? He reminds me of a Stephen Milne type player.
Do you reckon he would like that compliment?
Well, he was nicknamed the Tip Rat, wasn't he?
He was named the Tip Rat.
I don't know if we'll put that on Declan.
No, we won't indeed. So Deck Bren's going to line up here, 45 metres out, directly in front for 2 in a row. He's got the journey, not the accuracy. So Declan Bren points. Myrtleford Alpine Saints go to 3-2-20. North Albury 2-4-16. That's on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. Julian Hayes for the North Albury Hoppers is going to kick this one out of defence. We've played 15 minutes here on the Macca's time clock. First quarter action on R11 Live for A-grade batteries and oils. Here's Lukey Francis.
And Hayes brings it out of defence. High flyer. Saints are coming back though. Aylett spears one in. And he had Maraca down there. Swings around. Right foot snap. That's a beauty. Good goal from Maraca. He's just, made something out of nothing, really. Hooked it over his shoulder. Yeah, fantastic finish to the Logan Road end. And the Saints, are starting to heat up here in the opening term at Bunton Park. McDonald's time clock, we're gone just over 16 minutes. The score reads 27-16. And that's brought to you by Harvey Norman Betting. Let's go back down to Sky Burgess for Albury Wodonga MG.
Yeah, I've got the around the ground scores for you guys. We've got Albury taking on Coral Rutherglen at home. It is currently 2-4-16 Albury's way, beating Coral 1-1-7.
There we go. Sky Burgess doing great work on the boundary here and a part of our R11 Live call team. Dalton Langlands pinged, holding the ball straight away. Hot footy in the middle of the ground. This is young Will McCarroll, who's going to have to do a fair bit of rucking today because Dawson Simpson is a laid out for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Del Bosco off a step. Goes to half forward. Good work there by Nish for the Hoppers. Just edge sharp out of it. Moshe Thomas fakes one way, goes another. Here's Ramage. Goes out wide and finds Broomhead. Plays on straight away on that far wing. That's a beautiful, dainty-looking kick over his head. Spilly mark there was Boothie. And the Saints work it out across half-back, intercepting. Riccardi shovels one back to Sharp. That's Brady, and he goes down the line to Munro, who's in a paddock of space down that far wing, Lukey.
He certainly is, and he goes on a bouncing run in the pink boots and then puts it in for a forward entry for the Saints.
Sam Azai.
Getting back was Azai, yeah, fantastic, and did well. Now the Hoppers have got some room here to move, and that's a beautiful kick onto Langlands. Just got one hand to it. Handball's over the top. They're away now, and they send it down to the arc of the 50th. They're attacking end. And that's a good mark. Getting back for the Saints.
I think it's young Forrest.
Yeah.
It's young Forrest who's only played a couple of games for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, Lukey.
That's him, Panda. Riley Forrest, and he comes out just adjacent to our broadcast position. Wait, roved the pack beautifully. Then a high lobbing kick comes down. Maraka, who kicked a nice goal just moments ago, gets a hurried hand pass out. Good contest down here. Riley Sharp's there. He's at the bottom of the pack. He's wrapped up. And the the field umpire will grab it. And again, we'll have another stoppage, Panda.
We will indeed. So 27 plays 16, 11-point lead here early to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints in this first quarter for A-grade batteries and oils. We've played 18 minutes here in this first quarter. Aylett with a hurried kick, broadcast side, down the wing, but intercepting for the Hoppers as Polkinghorne plays on and wants to go inboard straight away. He goes short to Azai, true centre half back here at Button Park. Beautiful conditions for footy. Polkinghorne kept on running. All of a sudden, the Hoppers have switched the footy. They link up well by hand. Hayes gives it back to his mate Polkinghorne, who has to go back to Hayes. Good pressure here for the Saints. They've just corralled him. But Polkinghorne down the far wing. Beautiful looking kick. In fact, it wasn't that great at all. It's been intercepted by the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. And this is young Lockie Horrigan, who goes inboard to Munro on the short 45. He's at half-back. Would love to be keeping his stats, Lukey, because he's been on fire for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Goes short to Curtis. So 27 plays 12, an 11-point lead here to the Saints. First quarter action for A-grade batteries and oils.
Yeah, they concede a little ground, the Saints, so they've gone a long way back. Ball with Hurrigan now. And the Hoppers have done well there defensively. They pushed up and just corralled the Saints in. On the opposite side of the ground, and away they go now. And the Saints are going on a big run up towards the half-forward flank, and Warnock takes the mark. Now, he's about 70 to 75 from home. He's asking for players to move for him, just a chip kick in forward, and he's got weight.
Really nice kick.
Yeah, that was nice footy. Just kicked it to his advantage. But still weight. He's coming across to Riccardi. So probably given up a little ground there. And Riccardi went to take on Gigis. And then he goes forward. Oh, beautiful mark. Riley Sharp. No, it's Warnock. That was fantastic.
Yeah, Nick Warnock. Beautiful mark. He flew from about 3 or 4 deep, did Nicky Warnock, and he plucked it. Beautiful mark, and he's going to go back and line up from 15 metres out directly in front.
Yeah, great clutch on the Sharon.
Would love to have seen him play more footy early. He's been injured from the Benalla Saints. Reminds me a lot of Lockie Dale.
And in he comes, Warnock, and he kicks it straight through the middle to the Logan Road end.
Made hard work of it, Lukey.
It just stuck in. And the Saints pick up their 5th of the opening term. And we've almost gone 21 minutes on the McDonald's time clock. Sky Burgess, the Saints are really working into their form now.
Yeah, I think it took them a little bit to find their feet. I think North Albury gave them a little bit of a shock, to be honest, but they're managing to find their feet now, and they're really playing to their own game. I think North just aren't quick enough to fill that space in defence. They seem to be a couple of metres behind every time.
Sky Burgess on the boundary for Albury, Wodonga MG. So 33 plays 16. 5-3-33 Myrtleford, North Albury 2-4-16. We've gone 21 minutes here in the Macca's time clock. Curtis wins the clearance and sends it up towards half forward. Edge of the 50. Murray Waite comes out and meets it in the long sleeves to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Beautiful looking kick. Here's young Tom Capillari, the bushy on debut. Left foot snap. And it's across the face. Lucky it didn't go out of bounds on the full, Lukey Francis. So we got a boundary throw in, 15 metres around here for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal. They lead by 17 points here in this first quarter. All thanks to A-grade batteries and oils, of course. Lukey Francis, Panda Escott with you for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
Boundary umpire hurls the ball back into play. Callum Chris got a clear knockout. Ball's at the bottom of this pack. And the field umpire again to send it aloft on a beautiful day in the city of Albury. Sun really shining here. There's a quick snap out of the pack. It's gone across the face of goal into open space. Sharps after it. And that was Riley. Goes on to Waylett. Wheels around. Big turning circle. Centering kicks a ripper. And he's picked up Tom Camilleri.
Yeah, the kid on debut from the Bushies. Part of their third system. They got a good breeding ground up there at Myrtleford, all around the Alpine Valley, Lukey. So he's been impressing pretty well for the Bushies. He's only 17 or 18. And he's going to line up here, you'd say 30 metres out on a very slight angle. We're right behind this one on O&M Live TV. You'll be able to watch it thanks to Travi Cartwright.
Here he goes, Tom. Tom Capillari. Regulation kick for an O&M first grade, and I reckon he'll kick it too. Look at that, straight through the middle. Beautiful work from Tom. That's lovely. And look at the Saints get to him, Panda.
Yep.
They're coming from everywhere.
You love to see that. Kid on debut, kicks one in the first quarter. He's a crafty player, I think, on that left foot.
Maraca and Tom Capillari, both of them are long sleeves today, and they don't look too dissimilar, do they?
Tell you what,
we're going to have to concentrate on that, aren't we?
And there was Murray Wade as well. Why would you wear long sleeves on a day like this?
Yeah.
There was a couple getting around in the twos as well. Very, very strange for me. Sun's out, guns out, Lukey. That's what they say.
Well, Panda, we didn't see you with the long sleeves on in the twos, mate.
No
That's
chance.
For sure. Yeah.
Not a chance.
Enforcers don't wear long sleeves.
I wouldn't say I'm an enforcer at all.
No.
39 plays 16, so a nice buffer here for the Saints. As Munro, he's had his own pill out there, goes out wide to Riccardi, another who's been playing very good, shakes around one and goes inboard looking for Murray Waite. Will it spill for him? Murray Waite snaps goals.
Oh, wow.
Steer line goal today. That is a wonderful finish from Murray Waite. And the Saints, well, they've kicked away to a 5-goal lead here. 45 plays 16, 24 minutes gone here in the Macca's time clock in this first quarter. That was crafty play by Murray Waite, Lukey Francis.
Yeah, that was an absolute gem, Panda. He just hooked it around his body, and that one turned and just went through the big sticks of a Logan Road end. It was a wonderful goal. He hit it, so sharply. Very crisp contact. Ball back in the middle of Bunton Park. Saturday afternoon, round 11 of 18 in the Ovens of Murray competition. Sky Burgess, Blake Escott and Luke Francis with you here on O&M Live. We hope you're enjoying the action. And the Hoppers through Thomas in the centre. Benetti did well, and then off to Kennett. High ball up towards the edge of the square at the Sports Club end. And Hoppers go through Goody. He got the handball out, tried to get it to Penny. And then Gijar, good contest down there. And then, look at that, running on his Gardner. Flynn's kicked the goal.
Great work, Flynn.
Well done, Flynn Gardner. So ball is spilling out the back after a heavy contest. He's pounced on it, and that was good. That's just what they needed, Panda, the Hoppers.
They did indeed. They just needed one against the flow because the Saints have really controlled the last 5 or 10 minutes in this first quarter. So a good goal there by Flynn Gardner, and they get one back. So 22 plays 45, 3-4-22. The North Albury Hoppers, Myrtleford 7-3-45. That's on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. Time on here in this first quarter. We've gone 25 and a bit minutes here at Bunton Park. Hope you're enjoying the action on O&M Live. McCarroll and Benetti in the ruck. Neither won the contest. No one wants to go in and pick up the pill there. Here's Curtis. He does. Beautiful mover. He goes out wide with a beautiful looking kick to Sharp. He marks 60 out. Broadcast side. He wheels with a beautiful looking arc in there looking for Griffin. Couldn't mark. Azai and Langland's in there for the Hoppers. I thought Langland's just dropped that. Griffin picks it up. Maraca snapping. Down there in the hole is Foster Gardner for the Hoppers. And they just got to control the pill here because with time on here in this first quarter, Julian Hayes has got it. And the siren has gone to mark the end of the first quarter. 22 plays 45. It's a 23-point lead to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints here on O&M Live. First quarter action done and dusted for A-grade batteries and oils. We're going to go to a break here on O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor. able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Live on 1566 3NE.
Quarter time here at Sunbathe Button Park. You could not ask for a better day for footy and netball right across the northeast and the border. And it's a 23-point lead to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. So Lukey would have been pretty impressed with that first quarter performance, especially after the Hoppers kicked the first, goal of the game and got out to an early lead, and they just worked their way back into the contest. So 45 plays 22 as we were about to get underway here in the second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely, Panda. The North Albury Hoppers burst out of the blocks. They started very nicely, and the Saints a little slow to get into gear, the visiting team. But the longer the quarter went on, the Saints, well, they just picked up and got better and better. And right now they lead 45-22 at the first term break. Yeah,
Flex Out Physio quarters best as well, thanks to Flex Out Physio. I think Matt Munro was probably one of the better players on the ground for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Declan Brenn as well, and I think Murray Waite were all pretty prolific, and for the North Albury Hoppers, I think Hayes was pretty good.
Polkinghorn, I thought, was great. Yep.
Polkinghorn was great as well, and Flynn Gardner, I think, kicked a late goal there as well. So quarters best, thanks to Flex Out Physio, as we do go boundary side to Sky Burgess for Albury, Wodonga, M&G. Sky, did we work out who number 58 was for the Saints?
Aussie Wicks.
Aussie Wicks.
Yes, I had to do a bit of research on
Thank
that,
you.
but we got there in the end.
He normally wears 44 now. What did the huddle of the Myrtleford Alpine Saints sound like then?
Yeah, very calm. Dawson spoke and just spoke to the boys about how they're streaming down the field quite well, but they're playing on without a plan. So instead of just taking it on every time, making sure that they only play on when they see a good option, or otherwise being a bit more controlled until they can find something.
Well, I like that. Yeah, that's good advice. Playing on without a plan, so you don't have to go ball of the gate every play, do you, Panda?
You don't indeed. So second quarter action for Solar Integrity here on O&M Live, about to get underway. And it's a 23-point lead to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. 45 plays 22. So it looks like it's going to be McCarroll in the ruck again. Or is it maybe Kurt Oak? No, it's Ryan Crisp. Ryan Crisp is going to ruck here against young Zach Benetti. So the second quarter has got underway here on 3NE's O&M Live. Langlands, he's been harassed by Munro, who's been everywhere for the Alpine Saints. Looks like we might have a ball up here. No. Penny was grabbed without it and found a hand pass, and the Saints get it on the boot, move it up towards half forward. Murray Waite, who's been pretty prolific in that first quarter, has Hayes right on his hammer. Murray Waite goes in again and was able to get around an opponent. Good pressure here by the defence of the Hoppers. And Munro's been pinged holding the ball, and it's going to be a free kick here to George Goody at half-back for the Hoppers. We've gone around 30 seconds here in this first quarter. Second quarter, all thanks to Solar Integrity. Julian Hayes has it in his defensive 50 here for the Hoppers, and he goes short to Polkinghorn.
So Polkinghorn had a good first term, just got to Ramage. Well done by Ramage. Put him under a bit of pressure, and he had to take it, and he did. Then high ball to centre wing, and the Hoppers see it across the line. It was Flynn Gardner. It was touched, I believe, over the line. I think the boundary umpire has made the right call here, and we should have a boundary throw-in. Flynn Gardner's trying to claim the mark. This won't be the case. I don't think the con job will work. It won't. So here's the boundary throw-in. Got a beautiful view of this one. Not far from our broadcast position in this beautiful old timekeeper's box. Up it goes. Benetti. They hit the turf in front of him. Ryan Crisp. Munro. He's been fantastic. Then off to Del Bosco. High kick forward. Riley Sharp going back with it. So too is Sharp. Waite sees it across the line. And we will have a boundary throw-in at the Sports Club end. Broadcast side. About 30 around from goal. So big pack of players around this pill as the ball comes back into play.
Yeah, going in there and winning the pill was Forrest. Here's the Saints in the middle of the ground. Sharp, beautiful kick out wide. Dustin's going to fly it in and take this one. He does. We know how strong he is aerially. Does he have the distance here? He'll have to kick this from every bit of 50 metres. Matt Dustin, such an important player when he's up and going for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, Lukey.
He's an athlete, this guy, Blake. There's no doubt about that. And away he goes.
Sets it up in the sharp direction. Goody in there helping out his defence for the Hoppers. It's going to spill here to Munro. Got to get rid of it quick. Foster Gardner chased him down. In there is Waite for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. We've got a boundary throw in. Spills over the line. 15 out for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal. So we've gone 2 and a bit minutes here in this first quarter. Second quarter for Solar Integrity. 45 plays 22. It's a 23-point lead here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints.
Ball back in. Warnock got a fist to it. Hayes, did well. Look at this. Charging out of the back line. Had one bounce, then two. And then he goes with a drilling kick, trying to get Polkinghorn. Gijus is in pursuit of it. They concede some ground and go back to Hayes. So the Saints have had a bit of time here to man up and sort their defensive structure out. Hayes back out wide to Polkinghorn, who he also had a great first stanza. Oh, beautiful.
Penny.
And Penny in the 14 Guernsey for the Hoppers. So this is a slow build-up at this stage, Panda. They're just trying to work their way forward methodically here, and the ball's now with Tim Broomhead.
It is indeed. So, coaching today, Timmy Broomhead. Of course, Clinton Gilson at home with COVID. Corey Lambert, I think, is in Germany. So the fourth coach for the year for the Hoppers. Tim Broomhead through the middle of the ground. That's a great mark, a really, really strong mark. It's Campbell here for the Hoppers. He goes by hand to Broomhead, has to get around one. Dainty little kick to Penny. He shovels it out here to Gardner. Fakes one way and kicks it inside forward 50, looking for his brother Flynn. It's Bills out the back, pounces on it. Does he want to find the boundary line? I think he does here. Great tackle. He's going to get pinked holding the ball. That is a sensational tackle there by Murray Waite, who wrapped him up, Lukey. Stone cold holding the ball. Well done by Murray Waite. He's going to win a free kick here in his own defensive 50. 23-point lead still here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. We've gone 4 and a bit minutes here on the Macca's time clock. Lukey Francis, Panda Escott, Sky Burgess, all for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
Ryan Chris just spilt the mark but regathered, had time, and then down towards the wing, McCarroll, and then goes inboard, scrubby old kick, Miss Curtis. Thomas did well for the Hoppers and brought it away. Well spilt by Cannett. He's under pressure now and he's gone. So McCarroll got him. So a little scrappy there, and it's a big turnover on centre wing, so they didn't need that. Munro, how much of the balls he had, Panda, my goodness. Dan Vicar and Brad Freak, they'd have their work cut out this afternoon with Matty Munro, that is for sure.
Lucky they're not here, Lukey.
That's it. That's it.
Because Dan's overdoing the Albury Corowa game, and Brad Freak, he might be watching at home, actually, Sprinkles. You know what? If you are watching Sprinkles, maybe just do a few stats for us on the couch, because he's at home with the feet. He's had a foot operation, so shoot some through to us.
He's a good man, that Brad Freak. Ryan Griffith blazes away a goal. He's missed to the near side, and that's gone through for one behind. So 7-4-46 plays 3-4-22. The Saints with the lead on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard on the McDonald's time clock. We've gone almost 6 minutes in the second term, and it's brought to you by Solar Integrity.
Look at this. Foster Gardner just streamed out of the fence from the kick, and he ran to the 50 almost, took it on. Here's Ben Paul, though, for the Saints, intercepting in the middle of the ground. He goes out wide here, and this is Tom Capillari on debut, the left footer. He goes down the line, Munro. Look at that work rate. All of a sudden, he's on the far side here, right in front of the cam bar at Bunton Park. Goes short to Capillari. Does he have the journey here? 52 metres out. He's got Maraca short. Paul Manning there by the North Albury defence. Maraca's marked right on the paint of the 50. He's going to take his best effort. He's going to sit it up to the hole. McCarroll's down there for the Saints. McCarroll's plucked it, I think, has he?
Warnock.
It's Warnock, you're right. Well done there by Nick Warnock, who just sat and put his jukes up, and that was probably too easy there for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. So Warnock's going to line up for his second goal.
He's taken a couple of beauties today, Panda. One down at the Logan Road end and now at the Sports Club end. Well done.
So the former Benalla Saints premiership player, he's going to line up, and he's kicked a floating mongrel, but it's through for a goal. So Nick Warnock's got too early, and Sky Burgess, they look pretty dangerous when they can get it down there around that sort of 20 metres out from goal.
Yeah, just that slight adjustment and a little bit of... Another thing Dawson touched on is just about wanting it. He said North are wanting it more to come out firing, and they have definitely done that.
Yeah, they certainly have. So a good goal there, and again, just a great grab, a good mark from Warnock. And Nick picking up his second goal.
A Yarrawonga News and Gifts netball update, Lukey. We got North Albury against Myrtleford. Myrtleford won by a goal in the A-grade netball, so that was a fantastic result for Myrtleford. And Cora Rutherglen are currently beating Albury Tigers by 15 goals.
You'll get all that action on O&M Live every week as Maraca comes out of the middle and then a thumping kick forward entry. Oh, Riley Sharp, beautiful. Top mark. He read it better than anyone, falling back with the flight of the ball. Maraca great out of the centre, and the Saints have another chance to pick up a goal, and this would be their ninth in the second term as we reach the 8-minute mark of the second term.
Bit of an undersized defence. It has been all year for the Hoppers, and I think that this is an opportunity that Myrtleford obviously could probably, outstretch him a little bit down there.
For sure. So Riley Sharp, Sports Club end. Regulation kick for a player of his talent. And he has missed it, has he? Yeah.
Small post here at Button Park. It always been a little bit of an issue.
One behind.
Actually, no, they've extended them. Look at that. They have indeed. They used to be half that size, Luke. That is no joke.
Yeah, no, Burnsy was telling me earlier that you got new posts here, Pan. You got the new lights.
Yeah, everything happening here at Button Park. Hopefully soon they're going to have a brand new media centre up here as well.
Fantastic. Tell you what, the ground looks in terrific nick, doesn't it? Sensational as the Hoppers come out to Polkinghorne. Defensive 50. Inboard to Broomhead. He's wearing the long sleeves today for the Hoppers. Many boys in the Hoppers Guernseys with the shaved head. Terrific cause as Thomas. Oh dear, he tried to pick up Hayes. Riccardi chipped in, cut it off. Riccardi now under a ton of pressure, turns it over. Thomas goes again. He came boring through. Del Bosco out to Warnock. And he finds Capillari. So Tom has got the ball. What can the Saints do here?
He's at half forward. I like him. He's got a nice left foot leg. Sends it in towards the pocket and floating across with another intercepting mark is Sam Azai. He's been doing that all year and the switch was almost effective. Polkinghorne dropped what he should have marked. And his kick might actually get paid deliberate here, is it? No, it's not. So it's a boundary throw-in, still 70 metres out from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal. Ball camped on the Alamein Avenue side of the ground here at Button Park. So 53 plays 22. It's a 31-point lead here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. 8-5, 53. North Albury 3-4, 22. Hope you're enjoying 3E's O&M Live. Split round 11 here of O&M. As the Hoppers stream away here from the contest. Penny goes in there and just kicks it up towards half forward, looking for Campbell. He was worried out of it. Reece Grant went in there and won it for the Saints. Ben Paul got a quick kick away and it's landed in the arms of the brave Del Bosco. He's got it at half back. Sun in his eyes. It's in everyone's eyes. It's actually warm in this timekeeper's box, Lukey.
Yeah, I like it, Panda. It's nice. The last few weeks have been, well, very chilly. A real winter. There's Larissy, goes off to Curtis, links up well, on to Ben Paul, then goes with a high kick, a forward entry for the Saints. Warnock got it fisted away from his grip by Azai, that was nice. Then Kennett on to Thomas and back to Kennett. And then a left foot out towards centre wing. Gagis, he's got the ball now. He's going to square it up back into the centre. Yeah, Kennett's in trouble, isn't he?
Yeah, Sky, just watch Kennett. He looks like he's clutching his knee down there in defence and he has had some knee issues before, young Jesse Kennett.
Polkinghorne went on to Penny, and then they go forward. Norman, ball bounced in front of him, and he's in a one-on-one contest now with Grant. Ball's wrapped up. We might go back down to you now, Sky, for Albury Wodonga MG.
Yeah, I did see that one. He just kind of got his legs taken out in the tackle, like the tackler went on top of him and his legs were stuck under and he couldn't quite readjust them. So hopefully it's just a stinger and he walks it off, but I'll keep an eye on him.
He's been playing pretty good footy across half-back as well. Started forward this year and he's gone in the last couple of weeks across half-back. They're trying to get the pill in his hands because he's a left footer. So McCarroll tapping it down and roving that one beautifully was Broomhead, but his snap is to the near side and it's through for a point. So 23, the North Albury Hoppers, 3-5-23, Myrtleford 8-5-53. That's on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. Second quarter for Solar Integrity. We'll go around the ground soon for the plough-in and Tarawinji as Horrigan brings it out of defence for the Saints. Hayes at the back. Great mark there by the North Albury half-backman. He's in really, really good form. He's got it probably 80 metres out from goal. He's got a lead short. It's Penny. That one's been ignored, but he's going to pump it long.
He certainly is, and he does go with a big one. Hayes down forward. Oh, Gagis. What's happened? A push out from behind. So that was interesting.
I reckon. Maybe in the side, that one. 50.
Yeah.
Is it 50? Yep, it is.
Well, that's not good. 53 plays 23. So the Saints with a big lead and the Hoppers could ill afford to give away a 50. Anyway, ball in the heart of Button Park. The Shuriken goes to Simon Curtis and he likes what he sees out wide in Matt Dussin. And Dussin, oh, beautiful kick. And he's found Ryan Griffin on the lead. And that was nice footy, but Panda, it all came from that 50-metre penalty, mate. It's going to sting.
Yep, Gee just giving away a 50 there. That was just once again great ball movement. by the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Both teams, when they get it in a fair bit of space, it's a hot day, they look pretty good, but Griffin will kick here from 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
Class act, this guy, and he's missed this one across the face of goal, and that has gone through for 1 minus score. So 54 plays 23 on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. McDonald's time clock is almost up to the 14-minute mark here at Bunton Park. Here is Blake Escott for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
Sky Burgess, boundary side for Orbidonga MG. Do we have an update on Kennett?
We do. He just stayed out there. He got attention by the trainer and had a little bit of a limp around, but he's stayed out there.
Well done. Sky Burgess on the boundary, and good news about Kennett as we have a boundary throw in here. Still in the defensive half for the North Albury Hoppers. They're trying to work it out here. The boundary throw in right in front of us here on 3E's R&M Live in this timekeeper's box. Cooper won the tap down, and there's going to be a free kick here to Clay Mosher Thomas. And he wants to open up the corridor. He's got Penny working for him in a one-on-one against Curtis. He's got to get rid of it. Penny went by hand to Smith through the middle of the ground. Kick's not all that great. Geegis again with a push out. Yeah, that one was there, Lukey.
Yeah, that was pretty ordinary, that one. That was obvious, and yep, that's just turning the ball over too easily. And the Saints now have it on half-back. And they go, luckily to Curtis, who hangs on to the mark. And then he spears one to Brady Sharp, so they're a true centre half back. Looping hand pass over the top to Hourigan. Hourigan having to weave through the Hoppers. They put the pressure on, but Matt Munro's in space, ends up with it over the top to Waite. Now he's about 65 or 70 from home weight. I'll make it 60. And then comes across to Curtis. And now they go forward. And Riley Sharpett's gone straight through his mitts, and the Hoppers are coming out, Panda.
Yeah, they are. Mosher Thomas, he ran into a bit of trouble. In fact, he just gave it up straight to Aylett, who intercepted it. Waite, he shovels a hand pass back to Curtis, who just chips one in the middle of the ground. And Riccardi marks right in the cricket pitch of Bunton Park. He's going to wheel and go straight away. Look at that kick.
Oh.
Beautiful kick in the space of Bren, and he just stuck his mitts up and took a mark. 40 metres out, you'd say, on a 45-degree angle. Sky Burgess, once again, great ball movement by the Saints when they link up there in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, it is absolutely great. It looks like the good old Saints that we've been seeing of recently, so I think they've found their feet, and I think they're going to come home strong now.
So Declan Bren has kicked 1 goal already, Lukey. 1 goal, 1.
The wind is picking up down here a little bit, I might add.
You can hear it through our effects mic, that's for sure. So Bren's kick on goal is across the face, and it's through for another minus score. So Griffin's kicked a couple of points, Bren's kicked a couple of points, and the score 55, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, North Albury 3-5-23. That's on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. This second quarter brought to you by Solar Integrity, Lukey Francis.
Kennett out to Polkinghorn. And Polkinghorn has the ball just outside the defensive 50 arc on the opposite side to our broadcast position, the Alamein Avenue side. And now outside the square, corridor kick. And nice to Goody. And then Polkinghorn was under pressure from behind and just got his kick away. The Saints, though, through McCarroll off half-back. Ordinary kick. Aylett goes to ground. It's wrapped up. And we're going to have a stoppage, Panda.
We are indeed. George Goody at the bottom of that contest. I think he's number 2 in the league for tackles. Is George Goody. Benetti winning the ruck contest beautifully down to Broomhead, and Thomas off a step sends it in towards his attack, but in the hole there, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints intercept. And I tell you what, the Hoppers have intercepted there through Gardner. He's been told to play on, wasn't 15, kicks it in towards his attack again, but the Saints are there through numbers. Horrigan's got to get rid of it pretty quick. His kick wasn't great. Carter Norman at half forward for the Hoppers sweeps up. So both teams turning the footy over, and Carter Norman sends it in the Cooper direction. Was he held? It's a mark here to Kurt Aylett for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Going in and lending out a hand to his defence. And he's got Curtis inboard. It's a 32-point lead here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. 18 minutes gone in this second quarter.
Matt Monroe again. He's been so busy in this game this afternoon versus the Hoppers. Then he goes with a long one down the line looking for Warnock. It beats him and also Polkinghorn. And the ball has gone out of bounds. Terrific playing surface here.
It
looks great.
It is indeed.
Have you had a hit out in the middle in cricket season?
I don't play here at all, Lukey, and I tell you what, I reckon the couple would keep low on that deck, and I reckon I wouldn't be able to hit them at all.
Very good. Ball comes out of the stoppage. And then Hayes at the back, searching for a teammate, turns it over to Riley Sharp, left foot, kicks a goal, has he?
Yep.
Oh, dear. So, well, you got to feel for Hayes because he's played well this afternoon. He is a quality player. That was just one of those things where it bobbed up in the air, Sharp grabbed it, snapped it, and has kicked a goal, Panda.
Yeah, his first goal, Riley Sharp. How many has he kicked for the year, Lukey? He has kicked 22 goals for the year, kicked 4 versus Coro, and he's got his first today, has Riley Sharp. Sky Burgess, boundary side, of course, for Albury, Wodonga, MG. Sky, how are both benches down there?
Yeah, very good. We've just had some rotations go over, but everyone seems to be fit and healthy. No one's niggling as of yet, which is always good to see.
And a big thanks to Travi Cartwright and Luke Chilcott from Wangaratta Computers putting together our R11 Live TV as Curtis streams out of the middle. Good hands again from Brand. It's been on display today. Declan Brand streams around and kicks him board, and he's found Riley Sharp on a searching lead, and he'll kick from every bit of 50 metres here at Button Park. So it's a 38-point lead here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They've been terrific here, really opening up the North Albury defence. So Sharp for 2 in a minute. This will be Lukey. 19 minutes gone here in this second quarter. It's on the Macca's time clock. Reckon he's got the journey?
I reckon he has, Panda. And I'll tell you what, it's nice turning up for Saturday afternoon for work when you get delivery like that, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Being a forward.
Don't get that in the twos. So Riley Sharp looks good off the boot. I reckon it's there. So Riley Sharp with a steal line goal today. He's kicked his second, and all of a sudden it is a 44-point lead here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. 10-7-67, North Albury 2-5-23. That's on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. Riley kicking his second goal. We'll go around the grounds very soon for the plough in Tarrawinji because there is another game.
I'll tell you what, it's nice turning up for Saturday afternoon for work when you get delivery like that.
Enjoying our R11 Live action. Lukey Francis, Blake Panda Escott and Sky Burgess for the Old Town and Country Tavern. The Bombers, of course, in action today as well, Lukey.
Yes, Panda. Yes, your mob.
My mob up against the Swans. And the Bombers are down by 4 points, I believe.
Okay, yeah, be interesting to see how that game goes. The Swans, an enormous win over the Saints, of course, last weekend. They're in good form. Archie Gardner went in hard, did nice. Munro, he's gone down, Archie Gardner. He might get a free kick. He was legged. So someone got him around those blue wheels, Panda, and then he goes with an ordinary kick. It will find Langlands, though. Fortuitously gets around his opponent in Larissy and kicks a... No,
the wind
back right on the line with the Saints to, well,
it was young
save
Forrest.
the goal. Yeah, Forrest has done it, Panda.
There must be, Sky, what's the wind like down there? Because that one just held up. It looked like it was going to get there and just held up all the way.
Yeah, it's very on and off. It comes and goes, but it was definitely blowing then, so I'll give him that one.
So here's a free kick to Penny at half forward for the Hoppers. Goes inboard. Find his captain, George Goody. He's on the edge of the square here. 60 from home. Sits it up in the Langlands direction. Dropped what he should have taken. In the end, it was a pretty easy opportunity, and it's gone out of bounds for a throw-in. 30 metres out from the Hoppers' goal. And Lukey, it's fair to say they need the next one. 23 plays, 67. A 34-point lead here as we approach time on here in this second quarter. All brought to you by Solar Integrity, my man.
Yeah, they do, Panda. The Hoppers really need to hit the scoreboard. Just quick snap.
He heard you.
That has gone through for one behind. Yeah, he tried, didn't he? It just didn't come off. And the Saints will get the ball back through Larissy, who's deep in defence. Good afternoon to you. If you're listening to the action this afternoon, the Hoppers and the Saints on R11 Live. Sky Burgess, Blake Escott and Luke Francis with you. As the ball's on centre wing, the far side, and the Hoppers race onto it. And then come to ground, and
holding
a turnover, Panda, that's it.
Yep, Foster Gardner fell over, and pouncing on it was Tom Capillari. Bushy's teammates, enemies today. The Saints go inside forward 50. Crisp in the hole, takes a mark, and he's going to line up 30 metres out on a very, very slight angle. He plays anywhere you need him, does Ryan Crisp. And, well, that was just a little bit unlucky there for the Hoppers because Gardner slipped over. And Capillari pounced on him, Lukey.
I reckon he's getting better too as the game's gone on today, Ryan Chris Panda. He's really started to get involved in a few plays, and he's a solid footballer, isn't he?
He is.
He's a big man. You wouldn't want to run into him in full
No,
tilt.
not at all. So he'll line up here, 30 metres out on a slight angle. Looks like it's good. It is. So the Saints, well, they have got, I reckon that's almost 7 or 8 on the bounce for them. So they are controlling this footy game. It's through for a steal line goal at 8. 73 plays 24 here, so it's a 49-point lead to the Saints. Danger signs here for Tim Broomhead and the North Albury Hoppers here in this second quarter, Lukey, because we're up to time on. 24 minutes gone here in this Macca's time clock.
Yeah, that's right, Panda. They really need the break now, the Hoppers. They've got to reset and try and put some pressure around the contest, because the Saints are right on top of this game and we don't want to see a big blowout. So just waiting for the ball to come back to the middle. Big delay here. How are you going down there now, Sky? It's I'll tell you what, this beats the Wodonga Bulldogs weather a few weeks ago when, like we said, Sky, you're almost an Eskimo that day.
Yeah, it's starting to pick up a bit more, but at least I can sit in the sun here. It's different being in the shade when you're that cold.
Yeah, we'll get a little bit cold later on, Sky, I can assure you that. Quickly around the grounds for the Plough and Tarrawingi. It's a 12-point lead to the Albury Tigers. Sorry, now that's an 18-point lead to the Tigers over Cora Rutherglen. Lukey?
Beautiful, Panda. Now, that is Penny, and he goes with a long one for the North Albury Hoppers. Inside 50, Cooper couldn't quite take the mark. Thomas, and then Smith, he got his hands to it in the orange boots. Back to Thomas. Oh, Penny, a bit of a trick handball there, if you like. And then Langlands latches onto it, goes with a hook kick. Cooper going back, just dropped the mark. It was a nice effort, though. Saints under pressure through Wicks to Hourigan, and the ball has gone through for one behind. Gee, didn't possession change many times in that passage of play, Panda?
They have indeed, and they've kicked it in very, very quick in from the kick in here. Maraka at half back. His kick isn't all that great. McCarroll couldn't mark, and the Hoppers pounce through Polkinghorn. He's going to go short inboard for Cooper, and Hayden Cooper marks. Rugby union background, this boy, Lukey. He trialled for the Brumbies, I'm pretty sure.
I could see him in a headband, Panda. Union style with that head.
He's a Leeton West Wyalong boy. Kicking isn't a strong suit for him, I can tell you that. And he's handed off here to Sam Azai, who's going to kick a big mongrel torpedo out in the full. So not great kicking there by Sam Azai. He came around looking for the hands, and no score registered. So 25 North Albury, Myrtleford 73. That's on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. 15.663 and 8 is R11 live here at Button Park. It's the Hoppers and the Saints, and Brent is going to sweep it across his back line, and that's the siren, Luke. That's the first half done and dusted.
Yeah, it certainly is, Panda. That brings the long break here at Bunton Park. And, well, the Myrtleford Saints have got an almighty break. The Hoppers really need to come out firing in the third term if they are to stem the flow. The Saints, 11-7-73, lead the Hoppers 3-7-25. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
All clear.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
663NE.
Halftime show, all thanks to Supreme Skylights. Supreme Skylights are Velux dealers and installers. Jump on to supremeskylights.com.au. It is Blake Penderescott with you. Sky Burgess and Luke Francis for the halftime show here at Button Park. We've been harping on it, Lukey. You could not ask for a better day for footy and netball. It's gorgeous. And at the moment, it's a 48-point lead to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They've really controlled this one, 11-7-73. Over the North Albury Hoppers, 3-7-25, and they've probably just been a kick behind most of the day, haven't they, Lukey? I mean, they've had some really, really good opportunities, the North Albury Hoppers, but they've turned it over a lot at half forward. That seems to be where it's breaking down, and their transition footy, the Saints, is sort of where they got them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they string together some really nice pieces of play, North Albury, but at the moment, they're just a couple of lengths off the pace, and that's really shown throughout the first and second quarter. Again, the North Albury really got out of the blocks today and started so well, and then the longer the game's gone on, the better the Saints have got. And I thought North Albury just may have dropped their heads a little towards the end of the quarter. Certainly not, during the halfway stage, but just towards, there was probably a dead patch towards the end of that quarter where they nearly need to come out firing in the third and just see if they can quell some of the scoring of the Saints and put a couple of goals on the board themselves. Yeah, and of course there's a couple of other, there's one other game happening at the moment. It's Albury and Cora, and we'll bring you those scores very soon. But it's a 48-point lead here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, 11-7-73 over the North Albury Hoppers, 3-7-25. Ryan Griffin looks really good for me, Sky. He looks really dangerous down there, doesn't he? I think he's kicked a couple of goals and he's providing a fair bit of attacking flair down there.
Yeah, this is actually the first time I've seen him play live, and I've got to say, yeah, I'm very impressed. I've heard a lot about him, but to see the way he's playing and the style he plays, it's very impressive, and it's an addition that I think the Saints needed.
257 AFL games, Luke. Just coming in mid-season, if you don't mind, after 9 rounds. How good's that?
Yeah, it's a pretty handy pickup, isn't it? Geez, an athletic type, isn't he? And so strong. We've seen him a couple of times today, guys. Just caught one out, and he wins the contest. Well, every time, doesn't he?
He does. So the 11 goals, obviously, for Myrtleford. So 2 to Riley Sharp. We've got 2 to Murray Waite. 2 to Nick Warnock, who's also looked pretty dangerous. Ryan Griffin with a goal. Declan Bren with a goal. Josh Maraka and Tom Capillari on debut. The Hoppers have only managed 3 majors, and Flynn Gardner's kicked one of those. Carter Norman kicked the first goal of the game. And Ryan Polkinghorn kicked another. Sky, do we have some of those around the ground scores for the Plough and Tarrawingi? Of course, Albury taking on Corowa as well.
Yeah, we do. It seems to be a tight game. They've kind of held the same margin for a little bit now. We've got Albury leading Corowa 6-8-44 to 5-2-32. So it seems to be a bit tit for tat. It's goal for goal as I've been keeping an eye on the score.
We will bring you some of the netball scores as well, all thanks to Yarrawonga News and Gifts. So 2 A-grade netball games going at the moment. One of these done and dusted, and it was a 1-goal win to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, 49 to 48. And of course, that was our broadcast stream game, Luke. So that was a beauty for the punters at home to watch.
Fantastic, yeah. That's what you want, don't you, Panda? 1 goal in it. And Hannah Davies and Reed Dalhanty will be doing a fantastic job with the coverage of those netball games. And of course, Gussie has been joining the girls
he's a bit
from
sick
time to
today,
time as well.
Gussie, isn't he? He's a bit crook. Wonder how he's holding up over there at the Albury Sports Ground. He was thinking about pulling out, and we would have been another man down.
Exactly. But he's sporting the shaved head as well, like yourself, Panda, which is fantastic to see.
Yes, and there's a few boys, if you're watching at home on the live stream, there are a few boys out there who have all shaved their heads for the North Albury Hoppers. Really, really good cause. One of my best mates, been one of my best mates since I was about 6 or 7 years old, Oscar Ramsden, unfortunately had a pretty bad diagnosis about 6 weeks ago, Lukey, and he'll probably be watching at home, and he'll hate us saying this, but he's been diagnosed with some Hodgkin's lymphoma, and he's got a big battle ahead of him, but much loved figure here at the North Albury Footy Club. He's been playing all of his juniors here. He's been here for a very, very long time. He's played footy here as well, and he's got a big battle ahead. So the boys supporting him and all gone out and shaved their heads, Lukey, which is fantastic.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. That's camaraderie, that's mateship at its absolute optimum, and fantastic to hear. And good on you, Oscar, if you're tuning in, listening this afternoon. All the best, mate.
He's a big Swans man as well, and he'll be. He probably would have flicked over now to the towards half time there. And the Bombers 44 to the Swans 48, so that's a beauty.
Wow, yeah, that's at the G, isn't it?
Yes, it is at the G. Third quarter just about to start, so hopefully
you're keeping the messages civil between yourself and Oscar Panda.
Yes, we are keeping them civil indeed. Sky, I know you would have touched on it obviously in pre-game, but for those who are just joining us as well, John Dawson-Wink obviously at the Wodonga Raiders, obviously passing away during the week, and I know Kane spoke about it, and Gussie and Robbie, of course, spoke about it on the All-Rounders as well this morning. But what a figure at the Wodonga Raiders.
Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't lucky enough to meet him myself, but, the amount of stuff that's come out of the club about what an amazing person he was and what a club person he was, and, it's a bit of a sad day, like everyone at the club is feeling it, but that's what you get out of the old generation, isn't it? Like the people, they just dedicate so much of their time to the club, and you don't see it often enough anymore. So to lose someone of that calibre is, obviously really, really sad for the club.
Yeah, well said.
And Pat Gleeson as well, North Albury champion. I think a couple of times he's won the Peter Bruin Award for being the best volunteer in the O&M. He passed away a fortnight ago as well, did Pat Gleeson, and the North Albury Footy Club had the celebration of his life here during the week, and a couple of volunteers, of course, passing away in the O&M, and
not good.
And we see the volunteers. They're out. The first one here every week, aren't they?
Yeah.
Bobby Parks was doing it for North Albury. He's been volunteering for a very, very long time. He's the first one here, filling up the water bottles and making sure everything's fine over here. And of course the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, Ian Bimbo Wales as well, such a great volunteer, and they're the lifeblood of all the clubs, aren't they, Lukey?
Yeah, they certainly are, Panda. And with a lot of those those men and women, a lot of the time you really don't know what they do. There's a lot of jobs you aren't aware of.
Yep.
And then if you were to jump into their role for a day, my goodness gracious, you'd soon know whether you've worked a day or not, because there's so many jobs at a football club that need doing it, and you certainly don't know what all of them are.
And Sky as well, you're the president of the female footy club over at the Wodonga Raiders, and I can tell you, will you be able to tell us it's a pretty big job?
It is. I think you don't
know this.
Yeah,
I didn't know this,
a
Sky.
little information.
Wow.
I think you don't, as a young person, probably understand and respect the things that are done for you until you're in that position. Like, I know since I've been taking it on, I'm just like, it's just a lot. And I only do the women's club. Like, the men's and netball club is such a bigger job, and it's kind of good to be in that role as a young person, because you then realise what is done for you. And then it's kind of been good for our club, because then I can get the players and the girls around it a lot more and try to get them to help out, because it's just a massive job, and we don't have those older like back in my dad's day, and that they lived at the football club.
Yep.
They had people there all day. It was what they did. They worked and then they were at the footy club, and it's just not really that community anymore. I don't think. Like, we're trying to get it back there, but yeah, we just need to get the young kids a bit more aware of the volunteer roles. I think
you're right. It's really, really well said. And of course, the Burgess name pretty synonymous throughout the O&M. Flex out physio caught us best in that second quarter, Lukey. Who do you reckon caught your eye? I think obviously Ryan Griffin, really good for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. I think Bren's been pretty dangerous, and I reckon Munro as well. And Simon Curtis started to get his hands on the pill through the middle of the ground.
Yeah, he did. Matt Munro, again, good in that second term, Panda. And Riley Sharp was on the end of some good entries into the forward line. So he's making his mark on the game. But agree with everything you've said, mate. But, it's always... I suppose the challenge is for all those players now is keeping it going for the second half as the Saints now make their way out again onto Bunton Park. But I really want to see what the Hoppers can produce, Panda, particularly in the first 5 minutes of this third term.
It's going to obviously make or break him, isn't it? We're either going to have
just the body language.
Yeah, exactly. We're either going to have a blowout or North Albury can make a game of it.
Yeah, they can fight tooth and nail, hammer and tong, and just make it a real grind. It mightn't be pretty, but just try and stem the flow, stem the bleeding. And if they can sort of keep the Saints at arm's length and keep it that way, that'd be acceptable. All
right, we're going to take a break because the Myrtleford Alpine Saints are out here on Bunton Park. They beat the umpires out who are just following them onto the ground right now. So we're going to take a break. On the other side of this, third quarter action is going to be brought to you by, we'll find out on the other side of this, Lukey. 73-25. It's a 48-point lead here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. And on them live, you won't miss a thing.
All clear.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad, and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers.
Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with Go TAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on.
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
1566 3NE.
Third quarter action about to get underway here, all thanks to STY Metals here on R11 Live. We're going to hear the wind. Just starting to pick up a little bit in our effects mics here down below at Button Park. 3NE's R11 Live. The Hoppers and the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, and it's a 48-point lead, 11-7-73 Myrtleford over the North Albury Hoppers, 3-7-25. As you said, Lukey, just into the halftime show, the next 5 minutes going to be big to see whether this game is going to be a blowout or whether the Hoppers can make something of it.
Yeah, you're right about that, Panda. Let's see how the Hoppers respond here. Start of a third term. Here we go. The Hoppers and Saints. It's a 48-point lead to Myrtleford. McCarroll and Benetti in the ruck. Yeah, what's happened, Sky?
Yeah, Maraka just got kind of pushed from behind and someone was coming front on and he kind of went under, another player went over, so I think he just copped a little one to the head, but he's up now and he looks all right.
Good on you. I was just watching the ball leaving the contest and you've picked that up well. So ball out of bounds here. Attacking 50. And the boundary umpire comes in. The young lady does a great job. McCarroll tried to get on the boot. Thomas for the Hoppers races after it. Got the handball off to Broomhead, and Broomhead got it on the boot. Right foot. Norman couldn't quite take it. Brady Sharp did well, got it back to Dawson, and then Dawson gets a rush kick out, and Broomhead's taken the mark. So this is good. This is what the Hoppers need, Panda. They need to kick a goal here. It'll be a fantastic start to the second half. Tricky angle. He will be looking into the sun. What do you reckon, mate?
Well, they've got it in their best ball user in Tim Broomhead, and he's had a really, really good, last 6 weeks for the Hoppers. I reckon he'd be almost leading their best and fairest upside with, sort of Sam Azai. So what's he going to have to kick this 47 metres on a 45-degree angle?
Here he goes, Tim. Can he spark the Hoppers? Coaching North Albury today, and that is a fantastic kick for goal. Wasn't easy. Staring into the sun. Tim gets his first, and the Hoppers start the second half very well as we go back down to Sky Burgess for Albury-Wodonga MG.
That's exactly what they needed, wasn't it? We spoke about they were either going to come out fighting or it was going to be a blowout, and that's a great start. They need to stay in it.
Yeah, absolutely super. Panda, very good stuff.
He is a very, very dangerous player, is Timmy Broomhead. He probably didn't have the ideal pre-season preparation. I think he had to have his appendix out.
Okay.
And we're just starting to see what a really, really dangerous player he can be. Back in the middle of the ground. Oh, Gardner got absolutely crunched there for the Hoppers. And we got a ball up. So 31, North Albury, Myrtleford 73. We've gone 2 minutes here in this third quarter for STY medals. McCarroll won the hit out for the Hoppers. For the Saints. Del Bosco. Been a little bit quiet today. Kicks one up towards half four. That's a good mark by Ryan Griffin. Up against Goody. The kick was a shocker, though, and Flynn Gardner comes along and intercepts it with speed for the Hoppers. Went back to Kennett, and he went back to Gardner, and the ball was out of bounds. Boundary umpire down here has called it out of bounds. So we got a throw in here. Probably, 70 metres out from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal. That was interesting. The young boundary umpire down here is doing a great job, by the way. Called out of bounds. Benetti with the tap down. Murray Waite and Capillari and Marac are all around this footy. And we've got another ball up. So 73 Myrtleford, North Albury 31. We've gone a couple of minutes here in this third quarter. Here's Lukey Francis for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
Here we go, Panda. Griffin got his boot to it. Thomas after it for the Hoppers. Under pressure from Waite. Ball heading towards the boundary line, and the chalk wins. And we'll have another boundary throw in.
You know what we have here, Lukey? We got all the little kids down there with lollies and cans of Coke and everything. That's what you hear on our effects mic.
Well, tell them they're quite welcome to come up here, Panda, if they've got lollies, particularly fantails. And Goody on to Hayes. Ramage under pressure from Ryan Crisp. And the ball dragged towards the line. Oh, Waite did well to grab it, snap it. Oh, and he's just missed narrowly. Fantastic effort. One behind for the Saints, and they go to 74, and they lead North Albury to a 31 on the F45 Wangaratta scoreboard. McDonald's time clock has gone almost 4 minutes in the third term. Here's Blake Ascot.
So Fletcher Ramage, the young Wangaratta Magpie boy. Kick wasn't great in the direction of Foster Gardner. He was crunched in a big contest out there. There's a free kick and a whistle to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, and it's going to go the way here of Riccardi, I think. Yeah, it's going to be Brodie Riccardi here, who's been pretty good once again. He's got a runner. It's Del Bosco. Has to get rid of it, Del Bosco. Great crunching tackle. That's a Mawson's Concrete play of the day. Well done by Grady Nish. He said, "You're not getting past me." And wins a free kick there for the Hoppers. Kick is a beauty in the middle of the ground, and they're away here through Foster Gardner, the young bushy. Look at that for a kick. Spilt what he should have marked there was Penny. Has time to regather. Hands it off to Archie Gardner. 50 out in the Geegis direction. Juggles it over the boundary line, and we got a boundary throw in right next to the point post. Sky Burgess, that tackle from Grady Nish just set that one up. Del Bosco wanted to, run away with it. That was a big crunching tackle at half back.
Yeah, it was absolutely great. I don't know what Mitchie was thinking, to be honest. He didn't have a whole lot of space, but he took it on anyway, and he got punished. Yeah,
they're the efforts we're talking about, Panthers. So great endeavour shown by the Hoppers early in the third term. As the ball comes back into play, Langlands, McCarroll, ball down to the front. And then a quick one by Simon Curtis. And fortuitously ends up in the hands of Capillari.
He's been really good on debut. He's going to be a good player, Luke.
Yes, very nippy. And a left foot short one. Back into Simon Curtis. And he goes out towards centre wing on the far side. Oh, Griffin, 2 bites of the cherry. Put it down as the umpire paid that. No, it's gone out of bounds. And again, we'll have the ball pitchfork back into play on the far side, Panda.
So a bit of a smallish crowd here at Button Park, but a lot of people enjoying this one on the live stream. And if you are here as well, great to have you at the local footy. As Del Bosco gets a clearing kick towards half forward. Well done there by Ryan Crisp for the Saints. Got a hand pass out. Murray Waite goes in. Leaving it behind there was the Saints, and Griffin. Curtis goes back to Waite with pace. Left foot inboard, looking for Riley Sharp. Well done by Tom Sharp there for the Hoppers. Spinning in a web there was Ryan Griffin. Missed his teammate with a hand pass here. Polkinghorn. Don't think he disposed of that one. Ryan Griffin goes by hand. Warnock's going to kick his third, is he? He isn't. So couldn't make the Hoppers pay there. Warnock across the face of goal. And the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, 11-9-75. North Albury with the only goal here in this third quarter, 4-7-31. And that is, of course, on the F45 Wangaratta scoreboard. We've gone 6 and a bit here in this third quarter on the Macca's time clock.
Hayes out to Flynn Gardner. And then Gardner, he comes out wide to Foster Gardner.
His brother.
That's it. And then, back to Flynn. So that was nice play.
Done it in the backyard a few times, I reckon, Lukey.
I reckon you're right, Panda. And then down towards centre wing, Norman. Oh, great clutch of the footy. Just down in front of us, in front of Wicks. Now, what can he do, Norman? He goes with a high one up towards the edge of the 50 arc. Big pack of players, ball down the front. Goody did well. Wins it on to Polkinghorn. Oh, tight ropes the sideline, gone out of bounds. And we will have a boundary throw in. Sky, what's the latest down there on the boundary for Albury Wodonga MG?
Yeah, not much happening on the North Albury bench. They're sitting still. We've had a couple of rotations. We've just had Ryan Crisp come off to St Kilda. Sorry, I'm getting too used to watching my team for Myrtleford.
Well, the Saints had a very, very good win last night, didn't they, over the Blues? Robbie McKinlay won't like that. He will like the look of Tom Capillari through the middle of the ground, but he's been pinged here, ran too far. Not great there by young Tom. And it's a free kick here to North Albury, right next to the centre circle. So bang smack in the middle of a beautiful-looking Button Park. So they trail here by 44 points, North Albury, and they're going to pump it long here through Julian Hayes, who's got a great right foot. Kicks it to a fair bit of space. Asked Broomhead to come out and lead out. Well done by Tim. Clean pick up and got a hand pass away. Moshe Thomas weaving through traffic, gives it to his captain in Goody, and he's been pinged holding the ball. And the Saints through Aylett are going to come away here through the middle of the ground. Here's Murray Waite. Swings around. Bounced it. I think he got tackled and he was bouncing the ball. So well done there by the Hoppers. They move it, a play on advantage through Goody.
Off Broomhead's chest, I should say. And then boring in. Going after it was Simon Curtis, and he's brought to ground. So good pressure here from the Hoppers. They now have it on the 50 arc.
It's Isaac Campbell.
And he kicks it with the left boot, and he misses Gijas, I should say. The ball's gone out of bounds just adjacent to the North Albury Sports Club. And again, I'll have a boundary throw in. Sky Burgess, Blake Escott and Luke Francis with you. Again, this is round 11 of 18 in the O&M competition. North Albury Hoppers with 1 win on the board this year and 9 losses. The Myrtleford Saints 6-4. So the Saints sit 5th on the ladder. Albury Hoppers 9th. Ball now with Ryan Griffin. Nice onto Curtis, who has a bounce and then just sizes up his little teammate and Sharp inboard to Ryan Griffin. The Saints have got it on centre wing, Panda.
They do indeed. So Ryan Griffin, he's kicked 1 goal today. I reckon he's been pretty prolific for the Saints. Gets around the man on the mark pretty easily and sends him into attack again. Out the back. Oh, flying high was Azai. That was a great leap by Sam. Hand passes on to Kennett and he just got rid of it. Capillari with class as well on debut. Left foot kick inboard. Bren's out the back in a dangerous position. Wants to snap. Right foot across the face. It's not going to get there. And Polkinghorn for the Hoppers has a bit of time and space to try and fix this one. It's a 44 point margin here. Well done by Horrigan. Smothered Polkinghorn's kick, and we've got a boundary throw in at half forward here for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints broadcast side here at Button Park. 75-31. That's on the F45 Wangaratta scoreboard. We're doing this third quarter for STY Metals.
Yes, we are. Great sponsors of O&M Live as the ball comes back in. Bonetti over the top. Waite pounces on it, gets the ball out, and then Capillari brought to ground, and Kennett gets it back for the Hoppers. Third term here, Button Park. Green and gold have possession inside defensive 50. Oh, nice mark from Brady Sharp.
Wasn't a great kick, was it, out of defence there from Kennett?
It wasn't. It didn't favour a Hopper at all. And then he goes inboard to Riccardi. And Dustin's running for him and calling for a corridor kick. Now, this is going to be 50.
Yeah,
so Norman's, he's infringed the corridor there next to the man on the mark. And, well,
No,
you can almost be forgiven. They're tough, aren't they, Sky, those ones sometimes?
Yeah, he was arguing, so I'm not quite sure what he was arguing about because it was a pretty clear infringement.
It was. He went in the zone, didn't he, Sky? And he's been, you know what he's getting? He's getting dragged.
Yeah, I'm going to listen to see what he has to say when he comes off because he was having a fair argument about it.
The old-fashioned drag. You don't see that too much these days, Lukey, do you?
No, that's right, Panda. Now you get dragged for kicking a goal, don't you? And
So-
Riccardi goes, with a long one down to the goal square, and the Hoppers have it.
Yeah, so Nish, a great mark on the defensive goal line. As I went by hand to Hayes, dropped it and got it back, did Hayes. Look at that for a beautiful kick down the line. In fact, I've butchered it here because it's gone out of bounds on the full. There's a free kick here to the Saints. They go back into attack pretty quick. Roving here was Capillari. Here's Griffin. Hand passes off to Riccardi. He had to get a hand pass straight away to Del Bosco. Broomhead went without it. Capillari, look at that little dazzling work. And we got a ball up 30 out for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal. 75 to North Albury, 31. So it's a 44-point lead here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. We've gone 12 and a bit on the Macca's time clock.
Few around the biscuit here. Many players around the Sharon. There's going to be a free kick given away. It's going to Benetti.
He's got to line up in goals for the Albury Hotspurs tomorrow. Luke, can you believe that?
Has he, Panda? Well, I'll tell you what, he'll sleep well tonight, Isaac, and good luck to him. He's been good today. He's tried his heart out when he's been near the pill, and he's built lightly, so a hard job playing in the ruck, in the ones and the O&M. Hayes.
Coming up against big Tommy Goodwin.
Well,
and
that's
you're coming
it.
up against Dawson Simpson.
That's right. Exactly.
He's got a bit of a limp going on, boys, and I think he's asked for a rotation, so he must be a bit sore after that hit.
He's got a chance to get it now, Benetti. He looks okay on this occasion, Sky, but I did see him a little ginger myself. Smith, fresh air kick, goes again, and the Orange Boots got brought to ground by Del Bosco. And a good solid contest out here on centre wing, ball wrapped up, Panda. And again, a stoppage just adjacent to our vantage point, which is a beauty, mate, in the old timekeeper's box.
Great to see somebody else do a fresh airy out there as well for the North Albury Hoppers. And we've got a free kick here. Clay Mosher Thomas takes the advantage on the left foot. Look at that for a beautiful kick. That is a beautiful kick, and Gee marks 45 metres out. He'll have to kick this every bit of 50. Tied up against the boundary. 75 Myrtleford, North Albury 31. We've gone 13 and a bit here in this third quarter. So Gee, the new boy from the Brisbane Lions Academy, been playing footy up at Aspley. I believe he's a Collingwood supporter. Big fan of Brodie Grundy.
He's a likely looking lad, Panda.
You reckon?
He's an athletic type.
Gee just comes in. I tell you what, it's not a bad looking kick. He's hit the post and he didn't like it as well. He's punched his hand. He was pretty upset with himself. So that's through for a point. 32 North Albury, Myrtleford 75. That's on the F45 Wangaratta scoreboard. As Panda Escott with you, Luke Francis, Sky Burgess enjoying this one. A dangerous kick from Larissy, but it does find Del Bosco.
It does, and away goes Del Bosco. Number 9 Guernsey for the Tricolours. Out wide to Riccardi, who has the ball on true centre half back down the Alamein Avenue side. And what can he do? Oh, gee, dangerous. And Gee just came through and intercepted, and then he got smothered. Well, bit of poor piece of play from both teams on this occasion. Thomas picks it up and just a hat kick forward, a high one. And then the Saints get back and they've taken the mark through.
Tracy Grant.
Yep. And Grant comes his side, Panda, and they're out and Wait might get to it. No, boundary's going to beat him.
Late inclusion, Reece Grant as well for Dawson Simpson. If you are just joining us here on 3N's R&M Live, yep, Dawson Simpson was a late out, Grant in, and it's a 43-point lead so far to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. And it's fair to say that I reckon this game needs a goal, Lukey, because we haven't had one since about the first or second minute in this third quarter. Curtis possessed by Goody. In fact, it was Penny, but Curtis done well. His hand pass wasn't great. Foster Gardner intercepts. Good pressure here right in front of us. Kennett wrapped up in a big tackle. This is right in front of our timekeeper's box here. And Travis Cartwright, Lukey Chilcott bringing you the action on R&M Live TV as well, Optus TV. Ball up right here on true centre wing. Penny left it behind. Del Bosco pressuring him. And we got another boundary throw in. Still camped at true centre wing. A 43-point margin here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. The next voice you're going to hear on R&M Live is Luke Francis.
Yeah, we've got a fantastic view of this contest, Panda, don't we? Here we go, Cooper. Ryan Cripps gets it down in front. Del Bosco got a boot to it. Wait, and he's brought down in a heavy tackle by Ramage. And again, the umpire will have it. Myrtleford lead 11-9-75 to North Albury's 4-8-32 on the F45 Wangaratta scoreboard. Third term sponsor is STY Metals. We thank them for their sponsorship. Wicks, Ryan Chris went in, Wicks again, Maraka, Aylett's ended up with the ball, but there is a free kick here.
It's to Hayden Cooper.
Yeah, so Cooper will take it. The rugby union man, you tell me, Panda, or the background.
Kicking isn't a strong suit for Coops, and he goes down the line to Luke Boothby. Couldn't mark. Del Bosco tracks back here for the Saints. Well done. Great smother there from Campbell. Del Bosco off a step. Just kicks it down the line. Griffin. Well done there by Kennett. Well done even better there by Waite, who wrapped up Kennett there in a strong tackle, and he's won a free kick here for holding the ball. So Murray Waite's already kicked a couple today. He's on true centre wing, broadcast side. Stun still shining beautifully here. Look at that for a chiselling kick. Finds Larissy in the middle of the ground. He plays on here to Aylett. Aylett dazzling around one. Hands it off to Bren, and he's going to kick a steer line goal, the point. So Declan Bren has missed one 25 metres out directly in front. And it's through for a point. Myrtleford go to 11-10-76. North Albury 4-8-32. That kick, I want you to find a better kick on O&M all year, Sky, than that kick then from Murray Waite.
Well, that's why it was a Sunjan goal, the point. That was a ripper, Panda. I enjoyed it.
The kick from Waite into the middle of the ground, Sky Burgess, was brilliant.
Unfortunately, they couldn't finish it off. They didn't reward him, which is not what you like to see.
Hayes with the Hoppers, with the ball for the Hoppers. Half-back flank. Just got his kick away. Matt Munro sat under it. Ball came down in front. And now Langlands, look at him weaving away on centre wing, opposite of the broadcast side. Gijus beaten in the contest. Saints win it out the back. Hourigan, then on to Waite, who's been very good today. Has a bounce. And just having a look to see what his options are up forward. He's going to go lateral to Aylett. Now Aylett is being told to hold it. You can hear his teammates yelling out. You might be able to pick that up through our ambience. O&M live. He misses Curtis in the middle. Goody's coming through. Oh, got Matt Munro. Gee,
that was Larissy.
Yeah, it was Larissy,
Larissy.
Now Matt Munro gets it on the boot, and Ryan Crisp with Broomhead in the contest, and there's Aylett, Panda.
Yeah, I reckon it was a head clash potentially between Goody and Larissy. Aylett plays on, 40 metres out, goal. That hurts. Aylett gets his first, and Myrtleford go to 82, North Albury 32, so that's now a 50-point even margin. Good thing, though, as Larissy is up, Sky Burgess.
Yeah, the trainer's just attending to him now to make sure he's okay, but he's walking away from the bench, so I'm assuming he's not wanting to come off.
No, he is the junkyard dog for a reason, Luke. He is as tough as nails, is Nathan Larissy. Great to have him back playing senior footy. So Aylett goals, and that's Myrtleford's first of the quarter. So 12-10-82 to North Albury 4-8-32, and it's come at the 19th minute mark, Lukey Francis.
Yeah, not much action on the scoreboard this term, Panda. So Munro again fighting away in the middle, and the ball again will be taken by the umpire. So Saturday afternoon, Button Park in Albury, the Hoppers and the Saints. Thomas trying to tear his way through the contest, got brought to ground. Del Bosco, in fact, Curtis got his boot to it. Kennett just gets a rush kick forward for the Hoppers, but the mark's taken back there by Matt Dussin, the co-captain of the Saints, and he goes on to Curtis Panda. They're in defensive 50 as they work it out.
Yep, so McCarroll's got it here at half-back. We'll get Sky Burgess to go around the grounds for the plough in Tarrawingi soon. And McCarroll's kick is out on that far wing, and Munro in his last game for the Saints marks in those pink boots. They're going to miss him. His kick up towards half-forward. Grady Nish working hard there for the Hoppers. Did he grab Sharp without it? He did. And Riley Sharp's going to win a free kick here at half-forward. So it's a 50-point even margin here. We've got the young kids down here on the boundary kicking the footy. And you hear that now affects Mike. They were eating the lollies before. They're into all sorts of stuff. And Sharp pops it over the top and finds Kurt Aylett, who kicked the last goal in this game. And he's going to line up for two in a row here right in front of the scoreboard, Sky Burgess. That was pretty poor defence there by the North Albury Hoppers.
Yeah, they're just not keeping a close enough gap in their defence, unfortunately. And in a side like Myrtleford, they're going to capitalise on that, and they have.
So Kurt Aylett here will line up on a pretty tight angle right in front of the scoreboard here at Button Park. He's been a goal kicker this year, and he's now a dual goal kicker today. Is Kurt Aylett through for a steer line goal of the day, and now the margin's out to 56. So Myrtleford 13-10-88, North Albury 4-8-32, 21 gone here in this third quarter on the Macca's time clock. We're doing this one for STY medals, Lukey Francis.
Yeah, textbook kicked that one. Panda, he really kicked through the ball on that occasion. Aylett.
People forget just how good he was, you know, at Werribee in the VFL for a very, very long time. His body's let him down for a while, and I reckon if he can, you know, if he can hit the scoreboard, they push him forward quite a bit, he'll be a very, very important player for the Saints in the back half of this year.
Yeah, well, he certainly drove his leg through that ball on that occasion. Goody. Look at that kick out of the middle, a high lobbing one, an entry here for the Hoppers. Norman battling away at ground level. He's wrapped up. He's in trouble now, is he? No, umpire calls it, and he will take it. So a lot of numbers around this ball. Almost 24 minutes gone on the McDonald's time clock. Third term here at Bunton Park. Riccardi under pressure, and, well, got the handball away. Well done. Now Maraka. He's in pursuit of it. Cooper on to Broomhead, and Broomhead lateral to Thomas, so that was good. What have they got now? Thomas is going to wind up. He's going to have a ping at the sticks to the sports club end, and it comes to the near side, and it's gone through for 1 minus score. So Polkinghorne coming back onto the ground for the Hoppers. Hourigan to take the kick out for the Saints, and play a little stagnant here at the moment as Hourigan just wants some run. He gets it from Simon Curtis. Nice mark. A half-back plank they are, the Saints. They have possession and then spear it into the middle. That was a terrific kick, but it didn't come off. And Riccardi did well to rove and won it. Then on to Bren, and he's under pressure now. He's going to have to go. And the ball's tied up, Pena, on the edge of the square, far side. And the umpire again will call for it.
So 88 plays 33. It's a 55-point margin here. This one is over. It's about limiting the impact here for the Hoppers, who have had their moments today, have had a fair share of inside 50s, but to no avail, and there's another clear example of it. Hourigan winging it across half-back and kicking it to Riccardi, and he goes short to Dussin. Bang smack in the middle of Bunton Park. He's been really, really good today as Matty Dustin. I think he's their most important player, Lukey. And he comes out really wide to Curtis, who's been at his best today. Goes short. He's got Murray Waite in an option. Sorry, it's Maraka here. He's got Riley Sharp on a searching lead, not a good one. And Azai floats across and takes another brilliant intercept mark for Sam Azai. 55-point leads is the 55 points is the margin here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They've got 13 goals. North Albury have got 4, and it's a well-weighted kick in the end here to Kennett, who's away for the Hoppers.
Yep, and Kennett down to Langlands. Just got rid of his opponent in Brady Sharp. Langlands likes what he sees up there. Norman comes out, got his mitts to it. The umpire, I thought, paid the mark, and then Cooper took off with the ball, called play on. Ball at ground level. Hourigan wrapped up by Cooper. Arc of the 50.
Yeah, he'll get told in the review there, young Hayden Cooper, just to hold on to the pill there. Don't take the advantage. And you could hear the players saying, hold it, hold it, hold it. Couldn't you, through our effects, Mike Luke? So he'll learn.
Exactly. And Copolari was in there. Ball comes out. White pounces on it. Gets it back to Maraka, and then down the line to Wade. Gee, that must have only gone
about 5 metres, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon every bit. And then down in front of us to Capillari, and that is three-quarter time here at Bunton Park. And, well, the Saints are home, and as Blake Escott said, it's just about the North Albury Hoppers trying to, well, they're in damage control at the moment. They can't let the Saints pile on a heap of goals in the final term. The Saints 13-10-88 lead North Albury 4-9-33. We hope you're enjoying the action on O&M Live. And remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
All clear.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading.
Inspiring.
Hands-on.
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
6 3NE.
13-10-88, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints leading the North Albury Hoppers 4-9-33 here in round 11 O&M action. Split round, of course, 3 games already played, and well, last weekend, if you are wanting a recap, Yarrawonga were too strong over Lavington. The Rovers were too strong over the Raiders, and the Wangaratta Magpies won their game as well. Albury taking on Corowa. We'll bring you those scores very soon, but here at Button Park, 13-10-88 over North Albury, 4-9-33. Sky Burgess was at the North Albury camp there and is doing wonderful things on the boundary for Albury-Wodonga MG. What did Tim Broomhead, the stand-in coach, have to say today for the Hoppers?
He was very happy with that quarter. He said they were happy with that one, improving on the previous half. Like, there wasn't much scoring, and it was, as we said, there weren't many goals being scored in that quarter. The one thing he wants to focus on moving forward is picking up that spare player that Myrtleford have created, and just manning it up, so moving up forward a line if you see that spare. But other than that, he was pretty happy, and just wants to capitalise with a few more goals.
Good job, Sky. Well done, Sky Burgess for Albury-Wodonga MG this afternoon, part of the O&M live team. And, she just strolled into Bunton Park with a grin from ear to ear today, Pena, after the Saints got up last night at Marvel Stadium.
Yeah, very happy.
Over Carlton, yeah.
I had a big grin as well. love seeing Carlton lose.
Gee.
It was a hard one to watch. I'm not going to lie. That last quarter was tough to watch.
Yeah, they did well after losing their last three. The acid was on.
Yep.
They did well to get up and win, the Saints.
And if you can keep me updated as well with the Bombers score at the moment as well, Lukey, that would be fantastic, because I think they're down by 10 points against the Swannies.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Your Bombers.
Yep. Just waiting for the crowd to get off the ground here as the umpire before I think he'll pick the pill up and say to the timekeepers to blow the siren. So the fourth quarter for APCO and Wangaratta about to get underway here on 15/663 and E's O&M Live. Panda Escott with you, Lukey Francis and Sky Burgess bringing you this one. Hope you're having a great Saturday, Arvo, the 2nd of July. It's a beautiful day for footy and netball. It's a free kick here to Simon Curtis. I think it's probably been his best game today for the Saints, I reckon, Lukey. Of course, the former Lavington superstar. And as soon as you give someone a good wrap-up, they do that to you. He's turned the footy over to Jesse Kennett, and he went on to Goody. Gardner streaming through the middle of the ground. Look at that for a kick. That is a brilliant kick by Foster Gardner, who finds Carter Norman right on the paint of 50 at true centre-half forward, directly in front. That is the future of North Albury, there.
That was a laser kick, wasn't it, that hit Norman Panda, and that's great. Good to hear those words, and we'll see what Norman can do. He's a fair way out. Well, what's the chances of him kicking this,
He won't be passing it off.
Okay.
That's for sure. So Carter gets as much distance as he can. It's not going to make the journey. Kurt Aylett keeps this footy in, and, well, he doesn't now. It's gone over the boundary line for a throw-in. So Carter Norman's kicked 15 goals for the year, make it 16 because he kicked the first goal of the game today. He's been a little bit quiet since. So we've gone around a minute here in this last quarter on the Macca's time clock. We're doing it all thanks to Brett Anderson and the crew at APCO Wangaratta. And it's a 55-point lead here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints.
Great setup, APCO. Wonderful. Cooper. And then Aylett brings down a hopper. And we will have another stoppage. That was Archie Gardner on the bottom of that pack. Ball goes up again. Let's see how we go this time. Langland's in the right spot at the right time, has hooked it around, and that's a 6-pointer. A great goal. Well done. So ball just finding its way out of the stoppage into Langland's hands, and that's great goal sense. Just over his shoulder to the Logan rolled end. And Sky Burgess, that was nice footy.
Yeah, that was impressive. They said that they needed to capitalise on that pressure effort that they're putting in, and he's just gone and done it for him.
Well, I can tell you what, Lukey, that the pressure has been there for North Albury today. Yeah. You can't question the effort like you can every single week. It's just breaking down a little bit for them. And Dalton Langland's playing a couple of games with St Kilda Club Junior, coming back. You know, great time for the club. So snapping truly there and putting through his first goal. So 88 plays 39, a 49-point margin here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. I'm going to get Sky Burgess to go around the grounds very soon. You just chime in when you'd like, Sky. Aubrey taking on Corowa. Of course, Sky dominating down there on the boundary for Aubrey with Wodonga MG. McCarroll kicks one in towards the sharp direction. Hayes, did he cop one around that shaved melon? He did. And it's a free kick here to Julian Hayes inside his own defensive 50. So North Albury 39, Myrtleford 88. There's Hayes, searching kick. It's going to bring rain. Gardner and Aylett. Warnock goes in at half forward for the Saints and wins it back. Aylett left foot down the line. Look at this, they're in a fair bit of space and Waite's marked.
He does mark and he goes in board. Oh, nice take from Capillari in the midst. He had to hop off the ground. He did so, and that was nice. Now, if he were to kick this, he'd have to kick it every bit of 45-50, young Tom. And we'll see what he can do. Now, you mentioned earlier on today, Panda, this would be a man that Robbie McKinlay would like.
Oh, yep, the Capillari last name. He'd get right around it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, he can pick a nice young player. And look at this. That is an absolute ripper. That is, without a doubt, a Sunjan goal of the day to Tom Capillari. Well done. Beautiful.
Well, while the
Just
ball's being
loaded
brought
up.
up, boys, I can tell you that Albury have taken off on Coral Rutherglen. They have blown out 11-12-78 to Coral's 5-3-33.
There you go. Sky Burgess doing wonderful things on the boundary for Albury-Wodonga MG. That finish was a brilliant kick, wasn't it? You could hear it off the boot. It was, as Bruce McAvaney would say, it was delicious.
Yes, it was sweet contact on that one, Panda. That's it. And we've got a reset in the middle, and we're about to go again at Bunton Park.
Yep, definitely a steal line goal today there by Tommy Capillari. So McCarroll tapping it out the back there. Foster Gardner getting wrapped up for the North Albury Hoppers. I think Foster Gardner, he's playing Bush Rangers at the minute, who's been a pretty good inclusion for the North Albury Hoppers today. Loves to come back and play with his home club. The ball at half forward here for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Crisp.
Oh.
His kick went very high, and speaking of Foster Gardner, he's got it now, and that's a beautiful kick to Gee. Just dropped what he should have marked at half forward. Goes back in and wins it, though. Nice agility. Look at that for a beautiful kick. Well done there by Geegis. He dropped the mark, but he turned around and he found Langlands on a searching lead who's pushed forward for the Hoppers.
Yeah, spearing kick, and Langlands did well to mark it in the end, Panda, because it came in at a pretty great rate.
Geegis Grundy. What do you like? You know, he's pretty agile.
Yes.
I like that nickname.
Geegis Grundy.
So Langlands here. He's kicked a goal today. In fact, it was the first one in this fourth quarter. His kick on goal is across the face, so it's through for a point. North Albury 5-10-40, Myrtleford 14-10-94. We've gone 5 minutes here in this last quarter for APCO Wangaratta. That's on the Macca's time clock. And Lukey Francis is for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
54-point lead. Blake Escott by the way of the Myrtleford Saints. So they're safely home here this afternoon. But we want to see how these two clubs finish off in this game. Oh, well done. Nice mark from Riley Sharp going back. Now he's got the ball on the half-forward flank for the Saints. He's on the opposite side to our broadcast wing. And a nice kick and delivery in towards Ryan Griffin. Well, he's hard up against the fence. Over on the dressing shed side. Left foot swings around. What a goal that is. That is a steal line goal of the day. That is an absolute ripper.
Is that his second or third?
Well, I'll have to have a look, Panda, but I'll tell you what, very casual, the way he looped around. He was looking to pass off and see if he could better the angle, but it just wasn't on. So he thought, oh, well, I'll have a crack at this myself.
That was brilliant.
That was a beauty.
Yeah, like you said, I don't know whether his intention was for a goal, but he just made it look effortless. And unfortunately, North Albury, I think, should have been a bit further on the line. They almost could have touched that one over.
Yeah, Sky Burgess brought to you by Albury-Wodonga MG, and that's why he played at the top level, Panda.
That's why he played 257 games and won 3 Charlie Sutton medals. Back in the middle of the ground, Curtis gets a clearing kick for the Saints. Well done there by Tom Sharp in defence for the Hoppers. Tries all day. Clears this one out towards the boundary and then sees it over. And we've got a boundary throw in at half forward for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints on the Alamein Avenue side of Button Park. And I can tell you, the sun is still shining here. It is a beautiful afternoon here in Albury-Wodonga.
Be even better for you if those Bombers get up.
Oh, yes. If you can keep me updated, that'd be great. And we're going to give a shout-out soon to a man who's in the box, and he doesn't know about it yet, but we'll get to that soon as Penny. His kick up towards the wing. Larissy, that was a beautiful, clean pick-up. Norman in there for the Hoppers. The ball's in the middle of the Button Park. Well done there by George Goody. Wins it for the Hoppers. Goes back to his mate and Moshe Thomas. Kick hangs a long time in the air. Gardner at half forward does well. Hands it off to his brother Archie. And he goes short to Carter Norman. You could take your pick there for the Hoppers. Well done pushing forward. Carter Norman, you never see him pass off. He's done that inside 50. And he's passed it off closer to goal to Isaac Peppers Campbell, who's going to line up 30 metres out on a 35-degree angle.
Very good. And the Sydney Swans, in fact, lead over the Bombers at the moment, Panda, by 3 points, approaching the 18-minute mark of the final term of the MCG.
And North Albury have given us this timekeeper's box, Luke, today, but they've got someone up here pressing the siren who's a mad Swans man. Tom Sauce Goody is his name. In comes Campbell. It's through for a point. So North Albury 5-11-41. They've kicked inaccurate today. Myrtleford 15-10-100. And Sauce is actually watching the game as we speak, Luke. He's a Swans man. He's pressing the siren here today as well. Well done by Julian Hayes at halfback. He hand passed it off to Thomas. Hand pass missed Penny, who picks it up and kicks it in towards attack. Bounce at ground level. And it's over the line for a boundary throw in Lukey Francis. 100-40. It's a 60-point even margin of the Myrtleford Alpine Saints as we approach the 10th minute mark here in this fourth quarter for APCO Wangaratta.
Might be a good thing too. I'm in between yourself and Sauce, Panda, because Sauce is a Swans man. You're a Bomber, and it did get a little awkward there at three-quarter time, I must say. I almost left the box in fear. Bridie sharp to Penny. Covered. And then a high ball. Look at that, my goodness. Down it comes now. Oh, and a good mark taken by Norman.
Yeah, that's a brilliant mark, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, he's done some good things today, hasn't he?
He does. You can't question his marking and aerial capacity. And he's not a tall, really, really tall fella, is he? Is he, Luke? But
he plays tall, doesn't he?
He can jump. And he can hopefully kick a goal here for the North Albury Hoppers and their sake.
Here he goes, Carter, to the Logan Road end. Strolls in, strikes it beautifully. And he kicks the Hoppers 6 goal the game, and that makes it a double for Norman. Well done. And I'll tell you what, he's got some talent, and that guy is only going to get better and better. Let's go down to Sky Burgess for Albury Wodonga MG.
That was great, wasn't it? It's good to see them finally getting some goals and some reward for their effort. So I think there's a few happy boys down here, even though it is a big margin, that they're not acting like it, and that's really great to see. 14-goal win to the Cora Rutherglen Netball Club over Albury today in the other game, and a 1-goal win to Myrtleford over North Albury as well. And, of course, Yarrawonga News and Gifts doing wonderful things and bringing us the netball updates here. Ball back in the middle. Tim Broomhead streams away with it and finds a hand pass here to Penny. Does well to get past his opponent and kick it into his captain. Stretching, Goody. He marks right on 50. Doesn't have the distance, and he's going to want to pass this one off. He's got Foster Gardner in a fair bit of space. Kicked it in his direction. Hung a long time in the air. Ball at ground level. Gee just snapping on goal. And Reece Grant going back there for the Saints in the last line of defence and taking a nice defensive mark. 100-47. It's a 53-point margin here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. 11 minutes gone on the Macca's time clock.
And Kurt Aylett has the ball for the Saints, and he hits Bran with a nice one coming out of defence. And Brand puts his hand up to block the sun. And then he got it off to Munro, and he played on to Aylett, and he goes for a bounce and then goes with a driving kick forward. Look at that delivery to Ryan Griffin. That was fantastic. So Ryan Griffin, well, he kicked one from a similar spot only moments ago on the left boot. Now he passes off. And again, Tom Capillari, who's been involved today. He's been very good. And right now, Tom will be kicking for his second goal this afternoon.
I think it'll be his third. I reckon he's kicked a couple already, Lukey.
Yep. Yeah, it will be 3. So Tom looking into the sun on this occasion. And
I still can't believe all of them were in the long sleeves. It's been a hot arvo, hasn't it?
There's been a few in it, haven't they? I wonder what the theory is there. I wonder if it's almost be a superstition for some.
It must be.
Yeah, and he comes, Capillari, and he's got it. So that makes it 3 for him. He's got the hat-trick, Tom, and he has been very, very serviceable this afternoon for the Saints, the tricolours. Well done to him. Sky, looks like Ben Paul's coming to the bench. Any more news down there at the moment?
No, everyone's looking good. I've got no complaints from down here, so that's great.
Very good. Still in a little bit of sun, Sky?
No, it's getting very cold. It is getting cold now that the sun's gone behind the trees.
Still a fair bit of sun over this Button Park, though, and really, really good nick. So Myrtleford 16-10, 106. North Albury 6-11, 47. This game well and truly over. What can both sides produce here in this last quarter, especially from a North Albury perspective as well, with their coach, co-coach at home, Clinton Gilson with COVID, and other coach Corey Lambert is overseas. Tim Broomhead coming in today as a young, inexperienced, but, very good footy mind, taking over as a fill-in coach for the day. You don't see that too often, do you, Luke?
No, you're right, Panda. It is certainly an aberration. And, Panda, we're just got to see there's 10 solid minutes left in this game where both coaching outfits can try certain things, can't they?
Yep.
Just to swap things around a little and try different blokes in different spots.
Hayes, beautiful kick out wide to Isaac Campbell. Beautiful left foot kick in towards Flynn Gardner at half forward. Broadcast side. About 3 North Albury players all left the footy behind there. Well done on hands and knees, young Forrest. Hayden Cooper, the rugby union boy, gets a kick away. It's not great though. It's been intercepted here by Nathan Larissy at half back for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Great to have the junkyard dog back in. He's going to go long down the line. In fact, he doesn't. He goes short to Del Bosco. He's on the edge of his defensive 50. 14 gone here in this last quarter. We're doing it all thanks to APCO Wangaratta. And it's a 49-point lead here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints.
Mitch Del Bosco goes to Capillari. So they've squared it up here in defence. And now they go back into the corridor. Miss Brown and Thomas has ended up with it for the Hoppers. And then he comes laterally to Goody. And Goody plays on quickly. Oh, that was a beautiful kick.
Ooh.
He found Bonetti. He just kicked it to his advantage. That was clever football from Goody. And Bonetti has hit it. And he will take a kick from about 35 to 40 out to the Logan Road end. What do you think his chances are today, Panda?
Well, I really hope he does kick it for his perspective. He's only played about 6 or 7 games of footy, Luke.
He sort of got that one off the side of the boot. It was a high kick contest down there. Wicks for the Saints and then fisted away down towards Riccardi. He comes out for the tricolours, got the hand pass on and then brought down in the tackle to be Hurrigan. And we're going to have a stoppage, Panda.
We are indeed. Deep inside the forward 50 here for the North Albury Hoppers, who have kicked 6 majors today. Myrtleford have kicked 16. And we got another throw in here as well. There's a little fist in the box.
Yeah, I see.
I don't like it. I don't like the fist.
I can now tell you.
I reckon the Swans are back in front by the looks of things.
Well, I don't know whether my phone is running at the same time as sources, but I have the Bombers up by 3 points.
So do I. Anyway, we'll have to wait and watch that one. Well done by Foster Gardner with a double fist. And he finds the boundary line, looking for his captain, George Goody there. So 106 Myrtleford, North Albury 611.47. Now, Luke, you said this is the first time you've seen the green and gold today. What have you thought about the Hoppers so far? What do you think they need to do to get right back in amongst the top 3 or 4 teams in the Ovens and Murray?
Well, they've got a lot of young talent. There's no doubt about that, Panda. But I think it's simply the case of bringing in more, isn't it? I mean, every club can do with some quality recruits, but as I mentioned a couple of times today, they've really strung together some good passages of play. Their defence certainly has to be tightened up. I mean, that goes without saying, but they've been tenacious all day, the Albury Hoppers. And my goodness, we're almost going for a world record of stoppages, I reckon, here in the final term, Panda. As look, you're just rubbing it into Sauce here. What's going on in the background? This is outrageous.
Well, I think the Bombers may have kicked a goal.
Okay,
Sauce, 9 points.
Sauce looks distraught.
I love the fact that you're rubbing it into him. I'm not sure he likes it. Ball's inside forward 50 here for the Hoppers. Penny hand passes it here to Norman. Is Norman going to snap on goal? He does, but it's across the face. It's through for a point. 3 goals were becking there for Carter Norman, and he's kicked 2 goals, 1. So North Albury 6-12-48 over the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. 16-10, 106. So Myrtleford well and truly in control of this game. In fact, I think it's a 58-point margin here. And Larissy's going to take this kick in. 17 minutes gone on the Macca's time clock. We're doing this 4th quarter for APCO Wangaratta. If you're in and around the Wangaratta region, make sure you go in there and get a couple of greasy cakes tonight. They'll be delicious for dinner. The Saints move it down the wing through Warnock, and Capillari link up. This one's Ryan Griffin. If the ball sits for him at half forward, gives it back to Capillari. Clearly wants his left, and for good reason, but he goes in board. It's been intercepted at half back here by George Goody for the North Albury Hoppers.
Tried his heart out all day, Goody, and then on to Thomas, who's been good as well. And then he tried to get Polkinghorn, but intercepting was Munro, who went on to Curtis, and Curtis goes with a big ball. A long one down to Griffin. He's taken about 3 or 4 marks in that pocket in this quarter. And now he's corralled. Oh, look at that. That was brilliant. Twinkle toes. And then look at the delivery to Bren. Fantastic football. All class from Ryan Griffin. And Bren's going to have a shot.
That was really good work rate, actually, from Bren. Sorry to cut you off there, Lukey, and the kick wasn't great, but Bren had about 3 or 4 leads at that one, and, you know, he was in his pocket and he worked up to that one. That was really good effort.
Yeah, and then he played on, and Smith did well to get in and interrupt a mark, and there was a contest, and there's been a free kick, Gavin, has there, to Maraca?
Yeah, for a high one, I think. Sky Burgess, boundary side for Albert MG.
Not gonna lie, boys, I missed it. It was a very, like, I think he passed it off and then tackled, and then there was another thing. So it was just like 3 things after another, and there was too many players in my way.
Foster Gardner's coming to the boundary, and he looks like he's in a little bit of trouble, actually, with some cramps, Guy, if you want to watch that one.
Yep, just cramping. He's got the trainer talking to him now.
He was looked like a broken down race, so his his gait was a little tight, wasn't it?
So the mark's been taken here by Warnock, right in the pocket, and he's kicked a couple of goals today, has Nick Warnock. The kick was across the face of goal from Bren. Warnock snaps easy as you like. So a steal line goal today there from Nick Warnock, and he extends the margin out to 64 points for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. 16-10, 112 over North Albury, 6-12, 48 as we approach the 20th minute mark here in this last quarter for APCO Wangaratta.
Now, Panda, I don't know if you can play the guitar or the ukulele, or maybe you might have brought your harmonica, but that ball's actually ended up on the roof of the North Albury Sports Club. So one young boy went up the ladder.
This happens a lot more than what you think,
okay,
Lukey, as well.
There you go. I wouldn't know. This is my first time here, but...
You got the bowling green out the back here at Button Park, and a lot of times the kids have to go out the back and they have to get the footy. I reckon many a pill has been stolen over the years, by the way.
Really? Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, well, the kids run off with a fresh Sharon.
Yeah.
How good's that?
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic. But, I'm just trying to we've obviously got a lot of young listeners today, Panda, and that's not exactly what we...
You know what they just did? They just
want to promote.
They had to grab a new footy, didn't they?
I tell you what...
Because someone's stolen it out the back.
Mate, when there's any chance to steal a Sharon, you go for it.
Absolutely you
go
do.
For it. A brand new spanking Sharon, shiny, kangaroo brand. You get your hands on it. Back in the middle at Button Park, and away we go again. Maraca out of the middle to Riccardi.
You call this action, Lukey. I'm going to watch the last minute of the Bombers.
Yeah, what's the story now? And we've got a stoppage here, edge of the square. And the umpire will call for it. 112 to 48, the Saints up as we tick over the 21-minute mark in the McDonald's time clock. Now comes out to Riccardi on centre wing, trying to find Riley Sharp. Gets onto it, hurried left foot kick, bouncing for Warnock. Oh, well done. Is that Goody again?
It's Grady Nish.
It's Nish. And then on to Bren, and then back to Warnock, and he finds a teammate, and that looks like Ben Paul. So Ben Paul will have a shot now from about 40 out to the clubhouse end, and this would give the Myrtleford Saints their 18th goal of the game, Panda.
Yeah, another one of these kids who comes in, great depth, and plays his role when he comes in, and they've got a few out at the moment, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints.
Ben Paul lines up. He's put some height into that one, and he's just hooked it. And across the face, it's come to the near side, and that's gone through for one minor score.
You know what, Luke?
What do you reckon, Peter?
I think both sides want this game to be done, to be brutally honest.
I reckon you might be right, Peter. I reckon you might be right. Yeah.
I reckon the Bombers are home, Lukey.
Oh,
you beauty.
gee.
There you go. I feel sorry for everyone listening to this as well, by the way, who aren't a fan of the Bombers, but how good's that, hey?
You've got to be passionate about your team.
Absolutely. I called it during the week. I said during the week that we would come out and we would beat Sydney. So well done to my Bombers. We've got a free kick here to Grady Nish at half-back for North Albury, who I think's been really, really good today as well. First game back from a 3-week suspension. He's got options back at his own defensive 50. Goes back to Julian Hayes. You can see North Albury want to switch the footy whenever they can. Hayes does that. Goes out wide, and this is Polkinghorne. Deep in the pocket, goes short to Ramage. So this is great coverage, though, by the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, because you can see the Hoppers are going to switch the footy back this side to the broadcast side, Lukey, but they're not allowed out of their own defensive 50. They just are now. Well done by Goody, who took a mark against Murray Waite. Wants to go in board, but those options have been shut off.
So Goody, half-back flank to Hayes, and then Hayes, he gets some run and he loads up and he goes with a big kick, 50 to 55 metres down the line to Wicks. So it is turned over directly. Curtis is going to have to work now. Got caught under the ball. Kick didn't favour him. Dustin goes in. Ball spilled out the back. Del Bosco puts it on the left boot, sends it up towards Riley Sharp. Hayes went to spoil it, didn't come off. Sharp goes inboard to Curtis, and now they're running the Saints on the boot. Sends it for Griffin, one out. Well, ball came to the front. Ramage will get away with it, and the Hoppers will get out of trouble here, Panda.
They will through Ramage. Polkinghorn played on, and he's been legged, has he? Yes, just.
Very
that was
lucky.
very, very lucky indeed there by Polkinghorn. So if you are just joining us in your car around the northeast and the border, 3Ns R&M Live action has been here at Button Park in North Albury, and it's the Myrtleford Alpine Saints with a big lead, 17-12, 114, 66-point margin over North Albury, 6-12, 48. The ball here is on the far wing. Isaac Gegis for the Hoppers just clears it up towards half forward, club room side of the ground. Well done there in defence by the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. It comes away through Riccardi. Ryan Crisp and Benetti both jumped about 10 years too early. The ball spills here to Flynn Gardner. There's a 2-on-1 if they can find it inside the Hoppers forward 50. They can't. Riccardi shovels it back there to a teammate under pressure. And we're going to have a ball up inside the North Albury attacking 50. 114 plays 48. We've played 25 minutes on the Macca's time clock here in this last quarter for APCO Wangaratta. Luke Francis for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
Broomhead has got the ball. He swings onto the right boot towards home, and it's just gone across the face of goal, and it's gone through for one minor score. Saints to bring it back in. So we're now ticking towards the 26-minute mark. Final term here at Button Park as Cooper comes back onto the ground for the North Albury Hoppers. Dustin takes a mark just adjacent to the scoreboard in the setting sun in the city of Albury. And then Capillaro, about a 25-metre kick towards the corridor to Ben Paul. Slips over as he got rid of it. And Archie Gardner has taken the mark. So the Hoppers win possession to Polkinghorn.
Check on our mate here in the timekeeper's box, can you, Luke? He's gone very quiet.
He's on the blower, actually, so I'm not sure who he's talking to. Perhaps his SP bookmaker. Just
not a happy Swans man.
Oh, quick one out of the pack by Flynn Gardner. He's got it. So Flynn Gardner gets one on the boot, and that's his second. And they get their seventh for the game, North Albury. And, well, that'll nearly about wrap it up, I reckon, Panda.
I reckon it will indeed. As Matt Munro comes to the bench, Sky Burgess for a well-deserved rest.
Yeah, absolutely. He looks knackered, and he would be. He's had an outstanding game today.
Yep. Now we have to decide who our Yarrawonga News and Gifts Player of the Day is. Lukey and Sky. Sky, who do you think has really impressed you so far down there on the boundary?
Look, Matt would be up there, but I've got to say, actually, Tom Capillari, to play like that on a debut and be in the best, he's just really taken my eye today.
Yep, I really like it. He's been good, as has Ryan Griffin.
Yes,
he's been very good as well.
Those three are on the money, you guys.
So the ball comes in the attacking 50 here for the Hoppers. Gegis off hands, couldn't mark. Went back to Norman. And that's the siren. Our man Sauce on the button. And it's a resounding win here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. 17-12, 114 over North Albury. 7-13, 55. That last quarter went 27 minutes. All thanks to APCO Wangaratta. So a good win here. A 59-point win here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints over the North Albury Hoppers here in round 11, 3Ns R&M Live. Sun still shining here at Button Park. And that game was pretty much over probably at quarter time, wasn't it, Lukey?
Yeah, you could probably say that, Peter. North Albury started the game off very well this afternoon. They came out all guns blazing and they tried to get it right from the get-go. And the Saints, the visiting team, well, they were slow out of the gates. But as the game went on, they worked into their game plan. They stuck to it. And, well, today they've run out big winners, 59 points, 10 goals here at Button Park. And, well, it was a good, solid contest. And Peter, there'll be some Thai boys tonight. And you mentioned young Zach Burnett. He's got a line up again tomorrow.
Yeah, in the Hotspurs in the Albury Wodonga Football Association.
Good on him.
There's a couple Myrtleford boys actually who used to do the dual play footy and then play soccer. Lockie Dale was one of them, and he won a Doug Strang medal in 2019, and then used to go out and slot a couple of goals for the Myrtleford Savoys.
That's a big effort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this one done and dusted here. Hope you've enjoyed 3E's O&M Live Company. 17-11, 113 the Myrtleford Alpine Saints over North Albury, 7-13, 55. And we're going to get Sky Burgess to find, I reckon we go with Ryan Griffin.
Yep.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm happy
what do you
with
reckon,
that.
Lukey?
Yeah, I thought Matt Munro was
number 29.
Fantastic in the first
Sky
half.
Burgess.
Ryan Griffin played 4 quarters, didn't he?
And it'd be good to hear from him as well because he's a new boy, new to Myrtleford. Such a good player for the Western Bulldogs and GWS Giants.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with Ryan Griffin for our Yarrawonga News and Gifts Player of the Day. What do you reckon, Luke?
Yeah. No, I'll take that, Peter. That's all good to me. Jeez, he makes some things look so easy, doesn't he? Just
he does.
Goal in the last term, we just swung around him at left.
So Sky's got him down there on the boundary for Albury Wodonga MG. Sky Burgess with our Yarrawonga News and Gifts Player of the Day, Ryan Griffin. So Sky's got Ryan Griffin, who's just putting on the headphones, and the boys are going to have to wait for us. So, Sky, we've got you down there on the boundary.
We do. Sorry, we're just having some technical issues, but I've got him here with me now.
So, Ryan, well done, mate, on a great game. How have you found the first couple of games for the Saints, mate?
Yeah, it's been enjoyable. Like I said 2 weeks ago, I hadn't played for like 3 years. So, mate, to put the boost back on, I've actually really enjoyed it.
And of course, you look like you're playing that sort of high half forward role, mate. You got on the end of a couple today, and you're working into your fitness pretty well down there.
Yeah, I need a bit of work, boys. A little bit underdone, but I trained for about 4 weeks or 5 weeks before I played with the boys. So down in Melbourne. So yeah, just trying to get that game fitness back. A little bit rusty 2 weeks ago, a little bit rusty today with a few of the kicks, but mate, I'm just trying to have fun and just enjoy my footy again. So and that's what I'm doing.
How is the body, Ryan? I mean, 250 odd games of AFL footy. I mean, it's you'd think a person of your ilk could have a bit of wear and tear on the joints. Just how is it?
Yeah, look, I'm pretty lucky to be honest. I'm a lot slower than I was. Turning 36 this month. But no, the body's not too bad. A few niggles here and there, but as long as I get my recovery right through the week, not too bad. Have a few issues with a few things, but I'm the lucky one.
Very, very good. So what you had 3 years off, did you do, with all due respect, did you do any running in that time at all?
Yeah, I do. I kept up my running, but it's just not the same. Like game simulation, game fitness is completely different. You can run around oval as much as you want. But yeah, coming out here, changing direction, getting hit again. It's an amazing comp. There's some unbelievable players in this comp. So I'm just trying to build. And like I said, I'm just trying to take pressure off myself and just enjoy it.
Love it, mate. Well, all the boys have stuck around there to watch and they've stuck out on the ground, mate. So we'll let you get back to it, enjoy the win and sing the song.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it, boys.
There we go. Ryan Griffin, our Yarrawonga News and Gifts Player of the Day. And we'll try and see if Sky Burgess wants to maybe go over and get a couple of after-the-game interviews if Sky would like as well down there on the boundary.
He didn't go too bad, that guy, for a person who said he wasn't fit. He's struggling, didn't he?
He's a very, very good player. So we'll see if Sky can maybe get Dawson Simpson for a chat after the game, Big Dawson, and maybe head over to the North Albury camp as well and find Timmy Broomhead, who was the fill-in coach for North Albury today. So if you are just joining us, it was a 59-point win to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints here on 3E's O&M Live. We'll take a quick break. We won't have an opportunity to hear the song, but that's okay. Stick around. Plenty more to come. Post-game show for APCO Wangaratta. And we're going to take a break here on O&M Live. Because on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
All clear.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad, and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad, and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.